We made it. We are live. We are live. We made it. We got King in here. We're having some difficulty getting King in here, but we figured it out. Irish should say Panda actually figured it out. So shout out to Panda.
They didn't like my percentage, bro. They was hating.
They didn't like that percent sign.
Yeah. I had to drop the percentage. But so if y'all see 98 right,
there's supposed to be a percent.
Like what 98? What he got right? Like,
oh man,
right.
Too good. So happy to have you here, King. I'd like to call you my Fortnite buddy, but we've only played a couple times together. But I know when we do play together, it's a ton of fun, man.
Like, he's like a one night stand. He's like, you know.
I am like a one night stand. I'm like the Sasquatch.
Yeah, right. Like,
I'm like
here, not here. Pause.
Exactly. Good to have you here, though, brother. There she is. There she is.
There she goes.
Yeah.
Love to see it.
Love it.
Well, welcome, guys. Welcome out, everybody. This is the Aim Down Sights podcast. Obviously, we are big fans of shooters here, but this is episode 14, correct, Panda? Is that right?
Yeah.
We got that right? Yeah. Very nice. Yeah. So we're 14 long runs. Yeah, we've been here for a little while, about 5 minutes, according to some people on the internet. But happy to have, I'm throwing some shade. Happy to have King out here, man, from ILP. One of the inspirations, honestly, for this podcast and like our intro and everything that we did, we wanted to get our branding correct, and ILP was definitely who I was looking towards to try to accomplish something here as well. So welcome everybody. What's up, Lord Roughness, Far Q, Galveston? I'm Reese. I see you guys. Appreciate you guys for coming out. We're gonna have a good time here. Oh, we already got a super chat. Let's go. Of course, it's from the legendary Yobi, as usual.
That's my paramount brother.
Yes, sir. Where is that? Hold on. Pop that up. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. $20 super chat. He says, peace, love, life to the panel, and especially my paramount brother, King David. You know how I feel about you, man. It's all love. Keep striving for greatness. And again, keep laying the blueprint for the ILP for others to follow. Absolutely. Yeah, I basically just read my mind. Yeah. Appreciate you, King. One of the reasons I wanted to have you on, obviously, not outside of the fact that I love you, man, was just to tell you, like, have you come on here and maybe talk about your experience at the Xbox showcase and kind of like how it was for you firsthand over there. So we don't have you for too long. Obviously, it's Father's Day weekend and stuff. You definitely get some celebrating too. We got the fights tonight as well. So we don't want to keep you too long. But we definitely do want to tap into the Xbox showcase because, in my opinion, and I don't like scoring stuff anyways, but I don't give 10s out a lot, but I gave a 10 to this showcase. I just thought it was absolutely excellent from start to finish. I was actually a little shocked at how good it was, to be honest with you. I knew they were going to come out hitting, but hot damn, I did not think they were going to come out like that.
Really
the bar
low after that.
The bar was a little low.
State of play, like,
and after the summer's game as well.
I mean, some people like the Summer's Game Fest.
I like this Summer's Game Fest. I was there. So
that's why you liked it.
No. It's okay. So
I think it wasn't bad.
It wasn't. If you're a console dude, right? Let's say you're a PlayStation dude, it was 2 games there for you, right? If you're an Xbox dude, console dude, it was 2 games there for you, right? So 2 and 2.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys would be like, it's 2. If you are overall gamer there, like let's say Steam, you have a Steam Deck, and I have a Steam Deck, and I take my Steam Deck with me, and I'm playing Hades 2 like ridiculously. Then you're gonna score it a little bit higher. Now I'm on 3 of those, right? Plus the DLCs that they were showing were actually killer DLCs. I played the Street Fighter DLC, it was dope. Mark of the Wolves was dope. That's a full game. It was just so many different games there that resonated with me, like Phantom Blade Zero. These games like that resonated with me. Got a chance to put hands on with it. Got a chance to see it. So I know like firsthand that the show was a 7.5 to me, and Killer Bean. Nobody has Killer Bean. Not even Xbox had Killer Bean. If Xbox had Killer Bean that they showed, they would have got a 10 from me. They got a 9.
I tell you right now, we talked when we were watching that too. Killer Bean was high on my list. We were like, "What the hell is this? This looks great." That was one of the ones we definitely talked about.
Bean is?
Well, no, I mean kind of from what was shown.
At first.
Okay.
We did. I thought it was potato. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, what is that a potato? And everyone's like, no, I think it's a bean.
No, it's straight bean. All right. So for like 10 years ago, I believe it's 10 years ago, I'm watching YouTube. I'm on YouTube. And it was like a short or something with this bean, and he's like he's upstairs in his room, and there's a party going on downstairs, and he tries to go downstairs. He tries to be nice. He knocks on the door, and he's like, "Yo, could you please get the music down?" And they're like, like, get out of here, like slam the door in his face, and they like got drugs and guns inside the room, not knowing that dude was an ex-CIA dude that went rogue, and they kicked him out. And he goes upstairs and he goes like, I tried to do it peacefully, man. And like he straps up, and then he kicks down the door, and he goes all Max Payne on him. And all the moves that you saw in the game doing in these shorts. And these shorts was like dropping like week after week. So I was like a super Killer Bean head.
I did not know there's a whole story behind this. King. That's why you were like, you hadn't heard of it. I watched like these weird like anime things in the past. I've never heard of Killer Bean.
All right. Well, he's not anime. Yeah. This is an American, basement thing. Anyway, I'm on one side of the arena, the stadium, and there's another person on the other side of the stadium. It's just me and him screaming in unison. It's Killer Bean! And we can see each other, and we're like eye to eye, like and it's happening, and that was the moment that I knew Jeff dug deep in his bag. Like he had nothing. He had nothing from Sony. He had nothing from Xbox. Xbox gave him crap, and this guy had to, because he kind of capitulated in the beginning of the show when he came out and he was talking about the industry and how low the industry is, and he kind of gave a bend of the knee, and he was looking pitiful, to be honest with you, right? And I was like, okay, well, this is why he said the expectations for the show should be low,
right?
And I kind of felt for him because I saw all he did for the city. So like this Summer Games Fest that he took over, that he took the burden of all these other guys aren't going to be here. I'm going to provide jobs for everybody that needs jobs. And now if anybody that's in LA, they know how bad the conditions are in LA. Don't be fooled, people. It is absolutely terrible in certain spots. And Jeff went to the most messed up spots and gave work. So a lot of the security guards and people, I knew them. I seen them. And I'm like super happy that he's getting work for people. Now, outside of that, the indies, they were shown in full
real
force,
good indies.
Right?
So indies were shown.
For me, the human element of the show probably raised it like 1 or 2 points more. But then the DLCs, the actual games that I was going to play. So I gave his show a solid 7.3. There's no saving the PlayStation show. Absolutely no saving it. It was a straight 3. It was straight
not even an Astrobot for you.
Astrobot broke his back trying to carry that show, man.
Well,
yeah, poor
Astrobot.
About
Astrobot.
I think it looks fire.
Astrobot's an Xbox guy.
I'm gonna say, Astrobot was a demo that they felt couldn't cut it because that's when they was high on their horse, right? Yeah. And they told them like, yeah, whatever, we'll put it in the demo as a controller. It's a good show off for the controller. They kind of brushed them off. All that stuff that you saw from the demo, all that stuff that you saw with Astrobot, if they let it cook, that would have been in the game. All right. And then you have the VR one, and it was like, what's all that stuff that you was working on? So it's disingenuous when they say, how come this wasn't put out for the VR? And it was like, well, it wasn't made up for ground up from the VR. This is BS. They went to them when they need them to push hardware as demos and smaller projects. Now, when they have absolutely nothing, excuse me, they go back to them. What do you got? Oh, we got this cooking. What's up? All right, you just center you up. You big dog now. What's up with Naughty Dog? Nothing. What's up with Sucker Punch?
Most overrated in the business, man. Don't get me started.
All right, so their show was a 3, and it's cool. It's cool. Will they survive? No, Kong will keep the boot on their neck this whole generation. Hashtag no PlayStation 6. You know exactly how we do it. I'm just saying. They will die. But Xbox, I knew some of the stuff that they were going to do. I hope they didn't do some of the stuff that I heard they were going to do. And coming over from the show from last year and this show this year, I can tell you the complete differences. Bethesda is running the show.
Yeah.
Shout out to Aaron Greenberg. I love Greeny to death so much. And I believe Greeny is working so closely with the Bethesda team. The reason why I can say this is this. I have been to Bethesda shows and I've been to Microsoft shows in the past. Bethesda knows how to run an experience that encapsulates all your senses, your sense of touch, your sense of taste, your sense of sight, and your sense of hearing. They know how to woo you in a sense. Microsoft, those thoughts of those senses is lost on Microsoft. That's the reason why their shows feel disjointed. Bethesda knows pace, they know timing, and they understand the moment. Microsoft never understands the moment. Trying to get it, and then they lose it, and then they get it again, and it's always disjointed. This didn't feel disjointed. This felt like a cerebral experience from the moment we were walking in. Now I can give you me Incognito is going to the show. We jump out the Uber. As we jumping out the Uber, there's no lines to be found. Security's out front. Everybody's in orderly fashion going inside. As I'm going in, Aaron sees me, and Aaron's like, "Yo, King." I'm like, "Yo, what's going on, Aaron?" I'm going over to Aaron. A guy walks up to me and tells me, "Don't worry about," because they had a smaller line that was on the side that you had to go get your media stuff. "Don't worry about that. Give me your name. I'll go get your stuff for you. What's your jacket size?" I'm like, "What?" My cousin was like,
hello.
"What's going on? You the asset that walked in the building." It was kind of weird. It was kind of strange.
Yeah.
I'm talking to Aaron. We're taking pictures. We're having fun. The guy comes and brings my media badge, and he brings me my jacket, put it on, and they have some food outside, some charcuterie and stuff like that. They had a red carpet. They've never had a red carpet with cameramen taking pictures. Now, that within itself, they're giving you your badge at the counter through velvet ropes, jacket, and having you walk the red carpet. That is a sense of VIP-ness.
That is VIP,
right?
Straight up.
You, right? And then if you want some snacks here, right? So now they're getting your palate wet. They're getting you dressed up. You're looking fine. Everybody is looking like they're on the same team because everybody has on the same jacket going in. Your jacket that fits you, your ID badge, you belong here. The security looked like Secret Service. They had on suits and they had earbuds in their ears. You had different levels to it. And then you had the other people, the ushers that was upstairs that had on T-shirts that identified them as ushers. I'm explaining this because it means something. As you go upstairs to go inside the theater, every seat is red. The carpet is red. Everything is red. Before you go inside, there's a popcorn and a water. The only time that happened to me is when I went to a Bethesda show and they had popcorn under every seat and water right next to it.
Okay, I see why you're saying the Bethesda connection here.
Right.
Yeah.
I said,
Bethesda's
in charge because Bethesda knows how to take the individual and turn that experience into something 10 times greater. It's the little things that matter. And if you're not in tune to your audience, it's going to get lost.
Yeah.
Right? From the beginning, the sound, the visuals.
Thank you.
Immaculate.
That's exactly what I said. I was like, something is different. It's like the sound was. Thank you for the subscription. Appreciate you. The sounds were punchier. There was something about the production value of this that I haven't seen from Xbox in the past.
That confidence.
Something was different. The sound was on par.
It wasn't the confidence. It was because you can't have confidence on a videotape.
Right. Yeah.
So it wasn't confidence. What it was the people that was putting it together understood the assignment.
Yeah.
It's different. Like when you do your homework, there's a difference in how you hand in the homework when you know the assignment. You hand in your homework with a different and what you expect from it afterwards, right? Opposed to you wasn't too clear on what they was talking about, but you handed in the paper and you want to see the results later. when you know what you did and you know you did it good and you hand it in and you get that A, that's what I expected because I know what they were looking for. Phil came out in the beginning automatically and just let everybody know Call of Duty is ours.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Yeah.
not going
I'm
to be.
so happy they did that.
As
Oh.
he
I
should.
agree. I
Right.
agree.
I don't. It was stupid thing is I don't know why I didn't expect it, and then I saw it. I was like, duh. Like, why wouldn't you start off
Because
the?
you
Because
do-
everyone assumed because of the direct was happening that you wouldn't see it off the rip.
Right.
But man, that was the best move. That was the best move.
That wasn't the assumption. Your assumption was Microsoft was gonna flub that moment and wasn't gonna capitalize
Maybe.
that moment. That's
Yeah.
what it was. So
I think
you
you're
was
right. I
expecting
think you're right.
old
We were expecting
Microsoft
the-
not to
It's
tell
'cause-
you in your face.
Yeah,
This is what it
it's
is.
like King. It's like we know what they should do, and I think you're right with the Bethesda thing. They did it. Like everything that's in my head, I'm like, this is what I would do. This is what I do, and that's what they did.
Yes.
Like off the rip, having Call of Duty, and then Doom.
Starting
Like
with
Yo,
that,
Doom,
yeah.
man, yo.
All right, so I expected Doom to start the show. I knew Doom was going to be the most graphical game because I also knew that Doom was the most name recognizable game that was going to have the larger impact. I know it shows well on screen, right?
yeah,
That's right.
it does.
So you put Call of Duty first, and you have Phil talking about there's going to be this is how you strip a PlayStation dude down to his core. PlayStation guys like to feel like they're special, like they're VIP.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You remove that away from them by saying every Call of Duty game will be the same day one.
Yep.
Everybody that has Game Pass, you're automatically in the beta. And if you
Mhm.
pre-ordered the large Volt edition, you're in the beta. So what you told the pony dudes to do was pony up, pay the $200 or whatever it is for that Volt edition to
Mhm.
be in the beta.
right.
And what you told your Xbox guys is pay as little as $9.99 a month or whatever, and you had Game Pass and you're in the beta. So you turned the tables around and you made your people VIP, and you stripped that away and you let everybody know it's in Game Pass. Let's keep it moving. And then you hit with Doom, and that hit was crazy. And I heard a lot of people talk about, well, it's on PlayStation 2. It's a legacy game. Who I've never thought it wasn't going to be on PlayStation. Why
I
would
know.
exclude that?
Same here. Yeah.
And you know,
Yeah.
I heard
Agreed.
the loudest screams for games like Life is Strange.
Mm,
I thought
okay.
because I it doesn't vibe with me. I can't
Yeah,
tell you
me
I
either.
sat there and
I
finished
tried.
one of them. I tried.
Not like
tried.
the true
I
colors.
gave it the college try. It didn't click.
It's the
Which
true
is
color
fine.
one, right?
I liked the
Yeah.
true colors. One.
Yep.
That's the one I finished.
That's the one I tried.
That was the one I tried too.
Right. So I tried these things and I'm like, not for me. That mixtape, not for me.
Oh, see that one hit for me.
See, I don't need those coming of age games. Like it's Stranger Things. If you would have told me it was Stranger Things a game,
Oh, well,
and
yeah.
something was gonna have a twist and it was gonna be a monster in the basement sucking the soul out of Andy. Yes. I did. Right?
Yeah, I hear ya.
There was no soul sucking savage that was inside the basement that was killing kids or whatever or snatching puppies. None of that stuff was happening. There was no murder mystery. It was just, who would you kiss Tom later? That doesn't appeal to me. That wasn't my life, so I don't identify with
I mean, I
that.
like the art style for it. That was
Yes, the
Well,
art
I
style was
just-
great.
I know they're the guys who made the Artful Escape, and I absolutely freaking love that one. So I'm kind of giving them a little leeway on that. I'm like, oh, okay, this is the Artful Escape guys. For me, it was a meaningful game when my buddy passed away, who was like into that sort of thing. So it's got a very special kind of place in my heart. So it's probably hit different for me than I think it hit for a lot of people.
See,
But
but
I get that.
Artful Escape worked for me because a musician in the later half of his life in a bookstore.
Yeah.
You know, I can think of Miles Davis. I can think of Jimi Hendrix. I can think
Right.
of all of that stuff.
Mhm.
And
That's what it
hitting
reminded me of,
those-
yeah.
those notes, and then going into space, talking to space, and that yes, Artful Escape was that thing for me,
I do love that. Yeah.
right?
Good. I'm
I
glad to
did-
hear that.
yeah, I wasn't connected to this in that same sense. So I'm
That's
not
fair.
sure the sensibilities was lost, but it didn't make that connection. But you know, State of Decay 3,
Yeah.
That thing
Man.
hit, even though it was vertical slice, and
Mhm.
everybody's there. Idle Sloth is next to me. My cousin is next to me. Cog is next to me. And I'm calling things out as they're popping up. And they're like, how do you know these things? I'm saying, if you're not
Feeling it?
like, you
Yeah.
gotta
Mhm.
feel the crowd. You gotta feel what they're doing. Pause. You gotta understand these guys are, it's like you're at a concert and the band is riffing and they're going, and or the rapper's just hitting it on beat, and it's just that moment you feel it. They were that. That's what this show was. And even on the low times, it was just like a bass tone, like a boom, 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 boom,
Mhm.
Yes.
boom, 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 boom. That's what it felt like to me. Like they
Yep.
didn't lose a beat, but what they was giving you was the rhythm of the show. And they always felt like they were in control. They were so in control that even when Sarah Bond came at the end, they never do one more thing.
Mm.
And they did it. She
And
did
they
it.
did
They
it.
listened. They listened. Bethesda has a hold on the pulse of the community, the gaming sphere, and they wanted to put their stamp on it, and they wanted to validate Greeny for years of being abused by everybody in the media talking about Microsoft can't brand properly. They branded after every trailer, let you know what was in Game Pass, what was hitting, what was coming, what was showing up, and the pulse of everybody there was like, they were stunned.
Mm.
It was wow, like this is happening. I'm in the moment, and there's no
History.
video game guy or girl. And when I say guys, I listen, I don't care what you are. When we're playing video games, you're my guy. All right,
Mhm.
I don't care. I don't look at it as any gender at all. You can shoot a gun, we're down here. If you can aim down sight, we're good.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Right? Gender doesn't play a role in if you can pick me up and revive me after they kill me.
Yep.
100%.
Yep.
Facts.
100%.
So
Facts.
it's just like we all experienced the changing of the guard at one
Mhm.
time. So when
Yeah.
when we all reflect back to yo, when did Microsoft become the most powerful gaming company in the world, and nobody had an answer for it?
Mm.
You can go back to, oh, it was the first show that they showed Call of Duty on the stage. It was
Mhm.
that show because it was like
Mhm.
phenomenal. Just like, you know, now, whatever machine that they built, because you could say you can go back to 2015 when they had 3 studios,
Yep.
and now they have 30 something, like 36. You know,
Mhm.
31 prominent, 3 publishers, and you say 4 shadow studios and 2 supports. They're a machine now. And when you have a machine with money, you can't fight that battle, because as defensive as you want to be, it's going to be a time when Pacquiao breaks your guard,
Yeah.
right? And can you take the shot? I don't think you can take shot after shot after shot. That's why, as a fighter, Pacquiao was so phenomenal. What you do have a hope in is catching them coming in and you bop them, right? And you put them to sleep,
Right. Yep.
right? That's the only shot I see. And I don't think Herman Holtz, Hiroki Totoki, and the other guy's name, I think he's the stunt guy.
He's the hardware guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't think they are equipped to beat the machine.
I agree. Yeah.
I agree too. Yeah.
So I talked to Sarah Bond. I'm talking to Sarah Bond, and I'm talking to Jason Ronald, and me and Jason Ronald is
She
having.
looked good at the show. She looked
Oh,
great.
she looks
She
fantastic.
always looks good.
I was like,
She does.
simping,
Fantastic in person.
simping for her in the show, like in the watch party we were in.
Yeah. King got to see her in 3D. I only get to
Right,
see her
right.
in
I'm
2D.
telling
So
you.
2D.
come on.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I'm gonna
God
tell
damn it.
you. I'm gonna tell you. So I'm talking to Jason Ronald, and I said, listen. I don't ever like to talk business, because me and him is pretty cool, and I'm just like, okay, 2026. I said, and please don't say anything.
Mhm.
Just let me know if I'm right. So I'm doing a documentary, right? And I'm like, don't answer me, because I don't want you to mess up my documentary by me knowing, because then I'm going to write different, right?
Yeah.
I just gave him what I know, and he looks at me like, you know that. And I chase money, I chase manifest, I chase closed stocks, I chase money. So me doing that, me doing the AI thing, took me to Microsoft's manifest and took me down purchase items, and took me to IBM, and it took me to different places. So when I
Mhm.
said it, he was like, "What?" And I'm like, "Ha ha, I'm on to it." Right? So I'm like, "Oh, good. We're gold here." Right? So
Yeah.
as I'm doing that, Sarah Bond comes up, and immediately, she was like, "Oh," gives me a hug. "Hey, what's up? What's going on, King?" She says, "I watch all your stuff on Twitter." And she said, something, I can't say what she said about it, advance the line to something else, because it's kind of funny. And I'm like, I
Mm-hmm.
know
Little
now.
spicy.
Yeah, she's vicious.
That's like,
She's
yeah, I knew it.
vicious.
I knew it.
She's vicious. If
That's what
anybody's
I want to
doing
hear.
this, she's nice.
Man, all
Let
women
us
Yeah,
do it.
no way. Not a woman like that.
Spicy.
She did not get to where she is right now
Mhm.
by being meek.
I mean, you have to
That's for
be,
damn
yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Well, I found out some other special stuff. And I'm like, yes. Okay, I thoroughly approve of you. Right. So, she's like, "Yo, let's take a picture." I'm like, "All right, cool, take a picture." And then I'm like, "Yo, all right, now I got to give you the hard questions. Why don't we have Black Myth Wukong on launch?
Oh, okay.
What's
Mm.
up?"
Great question, King.
Great
I
question.
love
Great
that you did
question.
that.
Really
Yeah,
good question.
it's nothing else. Like, but what's up with that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, is it Little Man? What's up? No, it's not. No, it's not Little Man. Just some business stuff.
Yeah.
And okay, so a lot of times when people tell you business stuff, it's
I knew it.
we have third-party deals that's launching inside Game Pass, this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
And these guys probably bid for the game, got the 90 days, got the 60 days, or whatever, how many days,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't feel like giving up any money to get something they're going to get anyway.
Yeah.
And then you see the show, and then you see Wukong, right? So it's like, you have so much that you don't have to go around chasing anything, and you can allow the enemy to outspend themselves, spend against themselves. And
You're right.
when Matt Booty says we'll spend them out of business,
Yeah.
that means you're going to be paranoid to the sense that, I got to secure this to keep this away from Microsoft, not knowing that Microsoft doesn't give a damn, and you're just bidding against yourself. So that was money wasted that you could have took and did something other with it. I always thought there was a lot of missteps. I thought the VR2 was a misstep. I thought the that little tablet crap was a misstep. I thought the research and development that went inside those,
Agreed.
whatever those
Waste of
things
money.
are,
Mm-hmm.
could have been used on games and buying other developers to bolster your lineup. And they like to do quick fix things that they felt is automatically a sure win, like Destiny. I mean, buying Bungie.
Right. Yep.
And I'm not saying that Final Shape isn't good. Final Shape right now, I'm playing it, is pretty good. But I think Bungie's at the end of their rope with that narrative with Destiny. And if there's not going to be a Destiny 3, and let's say Marathon doesn't hit and they're trying to go into games of service,
Yep.
I don't think they have a proper grasp on games of service, to be honest with you.
I mean, King, you saw the same thing we did. They put Conquered is what went forward. Well, everything else went away. And I got to tell you, I don't think Conquered's
Drag
man.
Punk look better than Concord, man. Our hero shooters is
Do you know why they went with Conquered?
Honestly, I don't. Please, definitely explain it to me, because I'm baffled by that one.
All right. So the reason why Factions was canceled and Concord is going through, they're pretty much at the same pace, the same spot when they came in to make these decisions. Excuse me. When they purchased Firewalker, It's Firewalker, right? Not Fire Sprite. I know that it's like one of the two.
I always mix those ones up, so I'll take your word on that.
All right, cool. So when they purchased them, they were 5 months out from completion. That means you didn't
Yeah,
sink all the money into the game from the beginning.
right.
Factions, you did. Factions, you hold 100% of the balance sheet. Sticks, you aren't.
Mm,
So you slap a $40 price tag on it because the $40 helped in Helldivers, which, in my opinion,
yeah, big time.
you make the game free to play. You put it on everybody, and you adapt a positive model. That money can be reinvested. That you're going to get because you're going to get from skins. You're going to get from everything. If you have an active model, it'll sell. You don't believe in your product, so you slap a price tag on it. You can't have Overwatch in that same space, Marvel Rivals in that same space that are free to play, and you trying to adapt this model of the hero shooter, but slapping a $40 to $60 price tag on it and expect it to compete. That's dead in the water mentality.
I kind of agree with that. Yeah.
You kill off factions, and now you allow this to go because it didn't cost that much money, but this essentially is going to crash and burn. And then you're going to turn around and say to your stockholders that, well, you see, we tried to do the games of service and it didn't work.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can show that PC day and date is viable with the right games, i.e. Wolverine.
Yep.
Single player launching day and date on PC and PlayStation will show significant revenues because, again, you bypass the wait period that the PC guys have to wait and you get the revenue. I honestly believe day and date is a thing. It already has been a thing.
Right.
We're seeing it right now with Horizon, Lego, PC, Nintendo, Xbox. Well, Xbox is PC. They're full third party at this point. And they use Horizon, if you're ever looking at them, as the test dummy for everything. VR.
Yeah, you're right.
PC. They go everywhere.
That's because Aloy have the personality of a damn dummy. A little wooden dummy.
He hating on Aloy. Poor
Nah,
Aloy.
man, look, she's horrible, bro. Like, she's not sensuous. She's not who we just seen. Look on the screen right now. Yeah. This trailer,
this
of Midnight, has more personality.
This surprised a lot of people,
the music at the end of this trailer just didn't quite hit.
That's
the only thing. I'm like, the music just didn't match what I was seeing on screen.
I gotta tell you though, South of Midnight, like, it's, not to take like a side tangent too much, a lot of people, this was their game, like the best game that they think they saw. And I think it's because it's so damn surprising. Like, we saw the original look, we saw the original vibe of it, and we're like, is this actually gonna be it? And it is. That's the freaking game, bro. Like, it's exactly like the original trailer we saw. They're definitely hitting those down south vibes. I'm super excited for this game. It was definitely high on my list as like kind of a shocker at how good it actually looked, in my opinion.
It's almost as if people should stop doubting these Xbox trailers. They was doubting the Gears E-Day trailer, thinking that's not an engine and stuff.
Fable, same thing. Fable had the same
They
shit.
did the same thing with Hellblade 2. When will they learn? Like, what the...
Well, I can say this about the Hellblade. I didn't believe it. I thought it, even when I had it, we had the shout out to Microsoft for giving us all the review copies. We did a whole review on the, people could go check it out. I got it in the house and I was like, oh snap. I immediately called the team like, yo, did you turn it on? Did you turn it on? And they're like, yeah, we turned it on. It's crazy. All right, cool. Then I went upstairs and I played it on my Series S. And then I came back downstairs and I played it on my PC. And I was just doing my own Digital Foundry crap in my head. Like, no, I'm not. Anyway, I thought the Series S version controlled the best out of all three of them.
Really?
Yep.
No
if
kidding.
If anybody gets a chance to play it, please call me on the carpet if you want. Yeah. I think that the Series S PlayStation.
You're just talking about like responsiveness when you say plays the best.
Yes.
Like responsiveness? Okay.
Really?
Yes, it's so weird that I felt better with the combat. I felt better with the movement. I don't know. Somebody was telling me it was the lower res textures.
I mean, maybe.
Yeah, you was able to focus a little more, you know, when you don't got all that native 4K in your face. You know what I'm saying?
Nah. My TVs in my house is pretty good, and I'm pretty fooled all the time. It's for some reason, and even Digital Foundry said it.
Mm,
It's the locked nature of it. It's always locked. It's always optimized. I think a lot of times they have to really get down to the metal with the Series S versions, and the X versions and the PC versions, they pretty much playing it loose and wild with them. And this guy they really have to focus on. So you know those kids that you got, you can let that kid play by itself a little bit, but you gotta watch Tommy.
Brute forcing it.
Set fire to the house.
You gotta
They're
watch Tommy.
brute forcing it with the X. With the S, they really have to optimize.
Right.
Yeah.
So I chalked it up to that, but when I saw it, and then okay, so Cog and I was talking first before we even thought about pausing the game and doing the camera mode.
Mm-hmm.
And we was like, yeah, this is a cut scene here, and this is this. It's not.
It's not.
The whole damn game is real. And knowing that the coalition went over and helped these guys. And then I got a chance to speak to Rob Ferguson too. I'll talk to you about that in a second.
Oh, I love that.
Right.
Yeah.
One of
the GOAT.
It was wild. Because Rod actually remembered me for like 7 years ago. And he was like, yo, what's going on? I haven't seen you in a minute. I'm like, yeah, we doing a thing. And he's like, you still here? Well, I'm like, you're
still here.
I'm like,
You're still here. You're still here.
You left and I'm back and you back and I left and we're together again.
Right.
All right. So he's like, yo, come on, let's take a picture. So we take a picture. And I'm like, what did you think of E-Day? He's like, I feel like coming back. He's like,
fair enough though. Fucking E-Day was fire.
Yeah.
Oh my god, E-Day was fan-fucking-tastic.
I mean, they listened, right? We said like everyone knew they had to play that music. Everyone knew it, and they did it. Or like, thank you.
I mean,
fan service.
I've been saying since like the new Gears games that I wanted dark, I wanted gritty, and I wanted big set pieces that really just drew you in. And I was like, I'm getting that from Space Marines instead at the moment. Like,
yes. A lot of people said that too. That Space Marine was the new
and I
Gears.
was like, I messaged my sister, I'm like, it's fucking back. And I've wanted to play E-Day so much, and I'm so
I'll tell you, man. Like, I didn't hear, and maybe I was trying not to pay attention to the internet, but thank you guys for subscribing. I appreciate you guys. I didn't hear anything about E-Day. Like, no leaks whatsoever. That was tight. Did I?
No, you did. You know why?
Did I? But not realize I heard it.
Yeah, because everybody kept calling it the Gears collection.
Yeah.
Marcus Phoenix collection.
So you don't. Probably. So you don't. Kate, so you don't think the Marcus Phoenix thing is still a thing? Like,
I never believed it was real because it was attached to some PlayStation dude that was trying to act like that was attached to the PlayStation. I believe it was some pony bot that was walking around who actually saw Marcus Phoenix and Dom and said, yo, they're remaking it. They're doing the Gears collection. Because their little brains can't understand that was E-Day. Right?
Yep.
They little brain. No, come on, you see it.
I loved it, man. I'll take E-Day over that collection any day of the week.
As soon as I saw it, I'm like, that's a young Marcus.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's a prequel.
Because I was like, what do they do with Marcus? Like, instantly my brain was like,
he was young,
calculating
like, younger than in the original series. I'm like, they're doing a prequel. The moment I saw his face, I'm like, prequel.
Well, at least you saw it. Are you a real Gears head? Because I saw a lot of real fake Gears people didn't know that was, E-Day, and didn't even know it was Marcus, and didn't even know.
How you could not know that is beyond.
I mean, if you didn't know it was Marcus, that's a problem. What set me off was I don't know why I didn't think it was a prequel. When I saw it, I was confused. Like I was like, why does Marcus look so like? I didn't put two and two together like an idiot. I was like, oh my god,
put it
it's
together
a prequel.
Pretty much instantly. I was like, oh shit, this is a prequel.
But once I saw Dom, I was like, I'm in tears right now because it's such an emotional moment seeing him back.
And if you remember what happens to Dom's family, right on that day,
Erica didn't know yet.
A lot of people replaying that right now.
It's heartbreaking, man.
It is so sad. I think that was probably the saddest I felt playing a video game because it felt like a family member that was going off.
Right.
And, to see him back. All right, so for people,
hold on. Can I pause real quick? I just want to get the super chat out because it's related to something you said earlier, King, which was a great point from Gotham Guy with the $5 super chat. He says, "Damn it, King! Now you got me clamoring for a Stranger Things game from the developers of mixtape." Appreciate you. Thank you, Gotham.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, I would love that.
Right. So the licensing.
I'm big into that. I love Stranger Things. So
But
yeah,
the game was one of their games was like Stranger Things one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I can't wait for Flintlock. This right here.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm super excited for that.
I've been watching
And
Flintlock for
still
a long time.
Wakes the Deep come Tuesday. So
Yep.
it's awesome.
So, looking at E-Day and understanding they can do 3 games before they get to actual remaster of 1. Right?
Yeah.
Before they get to Marcus in jail.
Yep.
And
yeah, which Safa was just saying, yeah.
I said that gives them enough time. But okay, so the other day I'm on Mr. Boomstick show in the morning, and he has a guy called Shadows on, Sasha Shadows. And he is the largest brain of Gears I've ever seen. Pause. Like the way my mind works is my mind is a giant whiteboard, right? And when I start doing my little detective stuff, I start throwing stuff on the board, and it kind of looks like Alan Wake, and I'm starting to put things together in that manner. My stuff is all visual in my head, which is nuts. Other people put it together differently. I put it together that way, and then the way it starts to connect, my brain starts to understand it completely, and I start to see the whole picture. So when he's talking, I'm looking through my notes of people that I spoke to from different development houses on stuff, and I said, he's right. All right, so the edict over at Microsoft is making games with a tail, right? So a lot of people are upset with certain stuff that was going on, and if games doesn't have a tail to it, it wouldn't continue. Every game has to have a tail, and when I mean a tail is, you see Halo Infinite? They put Halo Infinite as a game of service that was supposed to last in perpetuity inside Game Pass. Right. And it was supposed to be episodic stuff that was you're supposed to be able to jump at any point in time in the Halo mythos and do different things, but also connect to Infinite, if that makes any sense. But they wanted to use that as a Lego block, but they built it on the I forgot the name of the engine, the Slip Space engine. And,
I know which one you're talking about. Yeah.
Right. But they switched over to the Unreal Engine, and not being familiar with the Unreal Engine, their thought process with that stopped and stalled. Forza Motorsports was the first in that pillar of the 3 that is game of service that will last in perpetuity, where you can drop and scale and put Lego type of not real Legos. I'm talking about Lego on top of the engine to keep the game going, right? So you can do seasons, you can do drops of graphical updates. The engine is very, very flexible. That's the reason why they went from the ground up. I think Gears is going to be the same thing. And I let it make sense in a second. Okay. Everybody is still thinking, where the hell is 6? Well, them dropping E-Day doesn't stop 6 from happening, and them putting other games inside doesn't stop it from happening. Right. It allows it to happen. Now, imagine, if you will, a Gears on like online, like a Fallout 76.
Okay. Yeah.
And in doing that, you're able to drop episodic content and go and do E-Day and go and do like a Reach, but also have content that continues to grow with it, and it continues to grow as this persistent online world. One of the pillars that they use, they like service games. They like service stuff. They like keeping you locked in a service. That's the reason why we saw a lot of the service games there. I believe that game, it has a bigger tail than what people think. And I believe that their 3 franchises, which is Halo, Gears, and Forza, that helped Microsoft live throughout all those years, will be turned into games of services, because that was the edict before. And I don't think they strayed too far away from it, because Forza is still on the same path.
Yeah.
Halo is being rewritten and redone and reorganized to be right back at it. And I think Gears is the second salvo back into that whole service thing to help them stay afloat with those pillar franchises. Those franchises never leave the Xbox platform once you do that.
Okay.
Does that leave solace to people's hearts? Because I hear a lot of people talk about Halo's going, Gears is going, and Forza is going. Because that's the only thing we ever care about. Everything else we don't care about.
I've changed my stance on that after seeing Sea of Thieves be the number one selling
Being
game
the number one
on PlayStation in Europe and in the USA for the month of May. I said, you know what? Maybe they should put a Halo over. Maybe they should.
I don't know.
But you gotta look at it as like,
I'm indifferent about that. Like I care, but I don't care. Like I don't want to see Halo over there, but I also whatever. Everyone can play whatever they want to play, but at the end of the day, really what matters for me is Game Pass. Yes. That's where the value is. You know what I mean? Exactly. That's the real difference between us and them. They're gonna pay hundreds of dollars a year to play those Xbox games. I will not. You know what I mean? Right. I think that's what separates us from them. But I see what you're saying, Nero. You almost like want to see it go over there just to see what would happen, to almost like shove it in their face and be like, see, you do like Halo. You've been talking about it shit for 20 years or whatever. You lied. But at the same time, you know, Phil did say he doesn't want to bring over games that are going to hurt the brand. And I kind of feel like that's the one, or that's one of them.
Don't cross the line. Yeah.
There is kind of a line that shouldn't be crossed. And I think that might be it. But on the human side, I almost kind of like you, Nero. I almost want to see in another world what would happen if that did happen. If these guys bit on Halo.
It doesn't matter if it happens if it's on Game Pass, right? And if Game Pass is everywhere, then if that's how you're choosing to play it, then
it's going to play it on your Samsung. You know what I mean?
I think at some point in time, the beatings become so severe that Game Pass is on a PlayStation console.
Yeah.
Because I also believe that handheld that's coming from Microsoft is going to have so many storefronts on it that you're going to have a PlayStation app. And the reason why I say I believe that it's going to have a PlayStation app is because of this. It's going to have Epic Store, and somebody told me that Epic Store is going to team up with PlayStation so they can fight off Steam and Xbox. I said no. They're the ones that signed up already. What you're saying is absolutely stupid.
Yeah.
Epic Store understands that they need to be in multiple places in order for people to use their launcher, because Steam is the de facto on the PC.
Yep.
And wherever you put on any of these handhelds, you have access to your Steam collection in some form or fashion, because Steam doesn't care. All right, so that handheld has all of these different launches on it, Ubisoft launcher, Epic launcher. Is PlayStation going to say, well, we will exclude our game from working on your thing? No, you will want money, so you will put your PlayStation app there. That's the reason why they're making their mobile store. They didn't have a mobile store. They put out the job inquiry or whatever. But if you look at the listing explains that they want the person to build it in its entirety, then tell them how to link transactions. It's so crazy what the ask is, and I'm like, what is the pay for that? Like okay,
it better be good, because that's a mountain to climb, brother. That's like climbing Everest.
But what are you paying me, type of thing?
Yeah,
but I don't see them barring their games.
I agree.
From Xbox handheld, but I didn't see them barring their PC games from 180 countries either.
Yeah, good point. Sometimes it almost feels like PlayStation is what Xbox used to be. Sometimes they step in on rakes. This is why a lot of people kept asking me, like, do you actually believe there's a PS5 Pro? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, why? And I only had one reason. I said, because it's illogical and I wouldn't do it. And I think that's why PlayStation might actually do it, because it doesn't make any fucking sense.
That doesn't make sense to me either.
Let me get some of these super chats out of the way here. Sir X-Men with the $2 says, please new, because Sir X-Men always with the old school stuff. I love him. Please new cameo with the South of Midnight engine. Definitely a good one there, man. FarQ stealing my pictures as usual. $2 with the shout out to my bald
that's a
headed
good one, yo.
brother. What's
Hold
up, bro? Enjoy the PF pick. I love you,
That's my
FarQ.
first time seeing it up close, man. That's a good one. Yeah, man.
That's my guy right there.
Hey.
I think there was another one. Yeah, shout out to FarQ, man, for playing games with us on the Discord and stuff. Shout out to you, brother. Let's see, another one from Sir X-Men with the $2. He says, Halo, Gears, Forza are god tier legacy. Stay on Xbox. Yeah, and I kind of agree with
Fable.
that. And Fable, yeah,
is the whole reason I don't have an Xbox.
A lot of people do forget about Fable. Fable. That is one of them.
Crossover.
Fable. I will take that as part of what should stay home.
You have to allow. You have to see what this Fable does. Right?
True.
Yeah, that's true.
The same way
it's a reignition of Fable. Yeah.
This Perfect Dark does, because everybody was sitting there clamoring for a Hi-Fi Rush, and its peak user count was 6,000.
Yeah.
Right.
I love that game so much. But yeah.
So,
I mean, you're not wrong. It is what it is, right?
So because I seen more people screaming for them not to close down that studio and all this backlash for them closing the studio than actually purchasing the game and being there for the studio, right?
Yeah, facts. Yep.
Yeah. So this is why my whole conversation with people that scream, "Oh, I wanted Tango to be out." Did you finish the game? Was you a part of it, or did you become part of the conversation after you had the fake outrage? That type of thing. And
absolutely, King.
Were you there actually screaming from the mountains after you found out everybody got a job after the fact at Microsoft?
Yeah. A lot of those guys got transferred to the other studios. I didn't hear shit about that. Nothing. Those crickets. When I saw that on Twitter, I'm like, come on, man.
Are you crying for the closed building that they turned the lights on, that they didn't want to pay for the building out in Japan? What are you actually crying for? Because John Johannes was on our show, and we interviewed him, and we had the first interview stateside with him. So Iron Lords knew him before anybody knew who his name was, and it was a great interview. He's a great person. He made a great game.
Yeah,
and I'm not.
And he'll be fine.
Yeah,
he's good.
He's
that
great.
Guy is fine.
He's great.
Yeah.
So it's just hopefully what I want to see is all the fake outrage that when it does launch on the Switch, these people go out and buy it. Maybe they were all Nintendo screamers at one time, I guess, maybe, and they go and buy this game in drove. I prayed that the game sold on the PlayStation 200,000, because had it sold just 200,000 over there, it'd still be open.
Oof.
Yeah,
that hurts to hear.
So then you need to start blaming the fake consumer, opposed to blaming the person that is, like, hey man, okay, cool, go out there, make some money, show me what you got, work on something, and if you can't, then what's up.
I mean, it's business, right?
Legacy, though, in comparison to Hi-Fi Rush, I mean, they had
for sure
studio, but the IP for Fable itself, and the
I
humor
think Fable is gonna be phenomenal.
Honestly, when we saw them in town, and I was like, "This looks fucking fantastic," I was like, "That's in game." Holy shit!
I mean, it was a lot of vertical slicing, but
it was.
Yeah,
it still looks good. How many people here think that they're gonna still allow you to pick your protagonist opposed to gender, face, and all that?
I did see that on Twitter. I didn't. I don't know.
Maybe male, female. But,
yes.
That's about it.
I don't think you'll be able to do character creation because you have never had the option to do character creation in the games. You could adjust hairstyle and your will lines around how your tattoo showed up, and then obviously based on what it was, your character changed based on your experience you gained. But I don't know how they're going to do that in this one. I don't even know when this is set. That's the thing,
right?
Because you have no idea when it's set.
That's a good point.
It's some it's obviously set before Fable 3 because that's the Industrial Revolution.
Right.
But whether or not it's a complete reboot, who knows? And the person at the end, I was like, is that going to be Teresa or is that going to be Whisper? Like, I'm so excited to play. Like, Fable's my jam.
I just want to say the female character in Fable.
Go ahead.
She's a real life person. They used her life as
that's fine. That's not what I'm going to say.
That's where you're going.
Less freckles.
She have more personality than Aloy and any character in our Rising franchise.
All right, lucky, because I was gonna get my little master sword.
Yeah, she was getting ready to come at you.
I was just gonna.
For me, that's what I took away from the show. I said, yo, Xbox has flavor. They have personality. They have unique characters. You're not getting that on PlayStation. I'm sorry, but Doom guy with that fur armor, he rocked that shit way better than Kratos ever could. Kratos could never pull that swag off a day in his life. And just so
it's the shield for me, dude. Yeah, it's the shield for me. That shield that comes back to you, I was like, oh shit.
Doom guy will fuck Kratos up, man.
I like the dragon.
And you know what? While I'm on it,
yes, the dragon.
The throne skills, boy.
I was watching PC gamers' reactions to that trailer, and they just lost their minds.
It's going to be a masterpiece.
Yeah, they was figuring out how they was going to mod it and rip it off, but
well, they've already modded the shield into the original Doom game.
See, that's what I'm talking about. These guys.
There it is. Takes minutes for these guys. They are so fast. Jesus.
I mean, who wouldn't mod that? That is such a cool weapon.
It is.
I like the mace.
I'm so down for
if
that.
anybody saw the mace that he cracked,
yes, on the big guy, the huge guy, they hit, right in the chest. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I went crazy when Doom got revealed, man. Like I was so excited, bro. Then we watched it together, Vetri. Like, but we was all like on mute because it was just we just all taking it in, man.
Good. See, this game right here is gonna beat the brakes off Concord.
Thank you. That's exactly what I said.
Definitely,
I was like, oh man, this just look good. Fragpunk looks so good.
Just look at them graphics. Look at that shooting mechanic. Look at that reload. Look how she's shooting that pistol.
Made me think of GoldenEye.
It's the cards. Like the idea of these cards is such a cool, unique idea. This is what was missing from Conquered. This is what the problem with Conquered. I was like, this is not like. It was trying to be Overwatch. I was like, it's trying to be all these things, except it's like the Walmart version of all these things. It's trying to be Destiny. It's not Destiny. It's trying to be Overwatch. It does not look like Overwatch.
There's
it's like a lower tier.
On Steam called Friends vs. Friends, which is the same idea as this with the cards that change how you play.
Thank you, David.
I think it's great. It looked good. I mean, I'm not a big hero shooter type of person. I'll give it a go.
I am. I'm all over that.
This Marvel Rivals, I'm gonna be on that.
Lowered.
That's what I'm saying. I thought Marvel Rivals looks great. Like after they showed it after Conquered, I was like, how is Conquered gonna survive in their own show? They topped it. Damn.
I played it, and the video's up on my channel. I had to play on mouse and keyboard, so my skills wasn't on full display, but. The portrayal of characters in class and the meaning of it. And then when we talk to the developers, the intricacies when it came to costume, when it came to move sets, when it came to attention of detail, they understand it and they nail it. And they know what's best in class. So what's best in class is Overwatch, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
getting that balance has got to be a bitch for Marvel's Rivals. The balancing is so hard with so much, superpowers essentially. How do you do that?
Best. You stated eloquently that Concord is trying to be everything, opposed to just attacking the best.
Hey, Retro, can you show that trailer again?
Concord is being generic.
For which one?
Right.
For which one?
Vanilla hero shooter.
For Fragpunk or for Winter Burrow?
Can I just say, like, Diablo's freaking cinematic?
Amazing.
Holy shit. I died, especially when the arm, like, splits. I was like, I'm here. Yeah,
that was gross.
I just want to highlight this rap game
Blizzard,
right
baby.
here. This game right here, this art style. What I took away from this trailer, right? I said this game, this mouse, this world, this atmosphere has more personality.
Here he goes.
Than Aloy could ever have. And that's what I thought. Look at the mouse. Like,
Aloy.
You know what I'm saying? Like this.
I don't want to get a reputation for hating on women. You keep you just attacking Aloy over a mouse.
I love Abby. I'm
personality
Abby,
that
so
he does.
I can't hate. I love Abby. Like everybody was hating on Abby. I said no. Abby is better than Ellie. Her story made more sense than Ellie's. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm seeing Abby. So it's not a hating women thing. You know what I'm saying?
All right, I know. I'm just messing with you.
I know, but just look at don't that mouse got swagger? Just look how.
I mean, he's got some swagger.
Exactly.
I think this was like one of the. I think this was one of the points, and I don't want to speak for King, but I think this is one of the points where he was saying like even on the low points of the show, like this is one of them where they're still hitting that base, right? You still have these like really good indies here to separate.
Because of the whole
exactly, King.
This is because it resonated with somebody. Somebody saw it and was like, "Yeah, I love Pentiment."
Yeah, that's what I said.
I'm that person. I'm that person.
Yeah.
I seen this and I said, "Yo, this is better than both Horizon games already." I'm sold. I want to play this. Innocent Game Pass.
Hold on, let me bring that up so I can get X-Men's chat out of the way. He says $2. He said my most anticipated game was Mecha Break Day One Buy. There you go. See, I haven't heard anyone say like Mecha Break as being like their number one. So shout out to you, Sir X-Men.
I thought
that's a good one.
First, I thought that they brought back Zone of Enders.
Oh, during Mecha Break, like when you saw it,
I was like, "What? What the hell is this? This is Zone of Enders?" I said because I knew Konami was in the building.
Oh yeah.
Right. So I said, well, maybe they're trying to revitalize Zone of Enders, and then it was like Mecha Break. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. That was on the indie in Summer Game Fest, so I saw it there already. But they had a different trailer. They had a different montage. I think also, if you saw the game someplace else, like we saw the Metal Gear someplace else,
right? Yep.
This trailer was better. We saw Ubisoft's next Assassin's Creed game.
Right. Shadows. Yep.
And that's going to be better than Ghost of Tsushima.
No, I don't think so. But
I know so.
But I know it's going to come out before Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, facts. Yeah,
and it's going to sell more because it's going to be in more places. But
facts.
This trailer was better. It was like Microsoft saw both trailers and went with the better trailer.
Yeah,
you understand? It's like normally they would step on a rake and be like, "Oh, I saw it someplace else better."
Yes,
but no, I saw it someplace else. But here, I'm interested now.
Mm-hmm. Great point, King. I love that you brought that up because I noticed that too. Like even the old is still new again because they're showing a different side of it.
Oh,
so
this right here, for some reason, it was like two people that was in the crowd that was going bananas, and I understand because I come from what was that Pilot Wings from Nintendo, and when you were able to do little missions in Pilot Wings, little challenges, that's what made Pilot Wings fun. The fact that it was a technological achievement for the Nintendo systems at the time that it did launch, it still gave you something to do. This is a technological achievement for Microsoft and PCs, but just flying over your house, flying over your cousin's house, flying over a stadium doesn't give you things to do. Now they went back and gave you things to do.
It was genius, in my opinion. There are so many people I've talked to that had no interest in Microsoft Flight Sim until this one because of the jobs. So I think they're going in the right directions. I think it was smart.
This is about to be amazing.
SimCity had a whole bunch of spin-offs at one point. Like they had SimCity Helicopter, SimCity like taxi driving, and all this other stuff in there. And I was like, that is exactly what this is missing. And this is what it made me think of. It's like when SimCity started adding spin-off job games into it. So yeah, I think it's a great addition, an upgrade for this version of Flight Sim. It's such a fun, good-looking game. People
it's beautiful,
didn't even recognize it initially, and people were like, Azure? I'm like, this is Flight Sim.
We really didn't.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, Flight Sim.
I think a lot of people thought it was DLC too, but we were like, "Oh, this is a whole new Flight Sim." When we first started,
Xbox is home of the best looking and feeling games. Period, man. Like it's insane. Like this looks amazing. And the new photo mode is dope as well. They added. And like I said, for the missions, I'm definitely in there. Like I really want them to just let you just be a regular pilot, man. Let you create how you Make Flight Sim like an RPG, man. You know,
There
let
you go.
me go through the training. Let me become an actual pilot. Let me choose what airline I want to work for. That probably got some licensing issues. People is ignorant, so I can see why they wouldn't want to do that. But I would love to just be a pilot, man. Actually get paid, you know, live a life. Hey, Flight Sim, be a pilot sim. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Sir X-Men with the $2 says, King, I thought they brought back Robotech from OGX. I think he's referring to the Mecha game.
The Mecha game.
Yeah.
I
Shout
think,
out there.
Cog
Oops,
has said
sorry about that.
Robotech. I was like, I don't think
I
so.
was meant to hit the next one.
Oh, was there another one?
No. I was meant to. I accidentally re-popped the other one. That's why you said sorry.
Oh, you're good. No, you're good.
Dust, you know, like the Expedition 33, though. Honestly,
that game looks so. That is my favorite third-party game. That's my favorite. That it looks so damn good.
So nice to see a turn-based game RPG like that.
Oh, Expedition 33.
A very different art style to what we used to when we see those style of games. And I was like, yeah, keen, ready for it. It looks good. Yes. And I was like, that even the turn-based combat looked fantastic.
My thought process when I'm listening to the story, how every year she writes, she paints a different picture, and you know that if that's your birthday year, all of you guys are wiped. I'm like, what? And then you see all the people that is banded up to go after her. I'm trying to figure out what's the gameplay loop, what's the mechanic, what's happening, without going to somebody that had, unless I did the interview, getting the synopsis sheet. Well, it's a turn-based and it has over 30 players that you're able to siphon from in your friends list. I don't want to do that. I love the intrigue of it. I love the mystery of it. And then finding out along the way, because the game is probably like 2-3 years down the road, right?
Yeah.
All right. So.
Oh wait, actually, Expedition is next year.
2025. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It could get pushed back to 2026.
In Game Pass, by the way. Oh yeah.
I mean, they could push a lot. They got so much coming. Like.
Right.
Yeah.
To launch the handheld, from what I'm hearing, they might have. I'm coming.
Let's go, Dad.
My dog is like, yo, the bathroom stops no one. It's gonna happen whether you want it or not. It's gonna be here or there. How do you want to do it?
Right.
But she also let me know people's at the back door. This was fantastic. I truly had a great time, and I definitely will come back, Retri.
Yes, sir.
Definitely. Great meeting you, Nero.
Yes,
and thank you so much.
Let me just say, man, I definitely appreciate everything you and Cog do, man. Look, y'all are huge legends, man. So keep doing what y'all doing, man. Y'all are definitely pillars in this community, man. I appreciate you.
I appreciate
absolutely, King.
And before you go, can you agree that Doom Guy will fuck up Kratos? You agree with that?
Nah. Which Kratos you talking about? All right, listen.
Old school Kratos or new school Kratos? Or Kratos the babysitter? Which one?
That's the huge thing. Like
new school.
Some sad dad Kratos that I don't care for. I don't care for that Kratos. That's not a real person. That's if my Kratos slipped on a rock, blew the disc out his back, and woke up in an alternate universe, and he's in a coma. Right? That's Kratos' worst nightmare, to wake up and be a father to a kid that's not his. Like, what? What? Out of all the people, you got to really think about what they did. You took a man that was having menages all over in his game.
Had whole sex TTEs in
right? This is his game. He get out of the bed to go fight a Hydra. This is his game. This is what he does. Ripping the wings off of Icarus, beating the brakes off of Zeus. This is what he do. And he let Odin walk into his house and talk crap to him. I'm talking about he fought Boulder 3 times in one game. This is the guy you want me to believe that is the descendant or is the guy that came from no, I don't. This is a lie. This is a false. This is a fever dream. This is some toad that was telling a story. This is not real. I want them to retcon all that crap and get back to my guy. Where's my guy?
Yes.
Right? So my guy will kill Doom Guy, but that guy is dead. All right, because he fought
Yeah.
Boulder to a standstill. He was breathing for his life. He was laying on rocks. He had a little head on his hip, and had a little boy talking sass to him that wasn't even his. I don't like that guy.
I agree.
Primo Drake said he went from Daddy Mac to Insta Dad. Yeah, he did.
Oh my God, where did Dad buy?
Yeah.
Where did Dad buy?
That's why they never let us turn the camera around to see the front of his body.
He's like, don't get a shot of my stomach, damn it. No.
Like, boy, that's my stomach. Like, no.
Thank you, King, for coming out, man. I appreciate you. Next time, I won't ask you during a holiday. I didn't even think it was Father's Day. I kind of lapsed on that one, bro.
She said, "Why the hell did you agree?" I said, "He asked me to."
Yeah. I did ask you a while ago. Yeah. He's like, I didn't know what weekend it was. Yeah.
He planned it. He was on.
I did. We'll definitely have you back, brother. I appreciate you, man. And we'll get some Fortnite games in as well. Hopefully soon.
You lied to me a lot already.
I know.
I'm the girl that knows.
There's a love in the chat for King, everybody.
Anything to get him off of X Defiant, man.
Oh, he's playing.
Yeah,
Playing?
I play a little bit. I dabble in it.
Yeah. Hey, I'm about to leave with you, bro.
All right, bye. Let's go.
Wait, who's playing Expired?
That's my dog. She gotta go to the bathroom. Catch y'all later.
All right, later, buddy.
All right,
good having King, man.
Great having King. Now I got to get into the unhinged section. Listen, Doom guy fuck up any version of Kratos. Period. Batman will fuck up Kratos. Period.
Dude, Doom guy is a beast, bro. Like, he's definitely beastly. Yeah. Look, guys. Now, like, we only had so much time with King, so we had to let King get off his bars and stuff. But you guys have not had a chance to really talk about this showcase yourselves on a podcast yet. I have, so I want to kind of go to you guys and start talking about the showcase itself. I think we do. I think I am missing a super chat. Hold on. I think it was Roshan. Let me get that in here real quick. I think this is the only one I'm missing. And if I'm missing any more, guys, let us know in the comments if we're missing any other super chats. Roshan with the $2 says third parties doing world premieres felt like E3 or X3. Yeah, absolutely, brother. I totally agree. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
do you want to start us off, Nero?
Yeah,
go ahead, Nero.
The showcase for me, man, 10 out of 10. Instant classic. Not only one of the best Xbox showcases, but one of the best showcases in gaming ever. Period. Hands down.
Dude, 100%.
Fantastic. Listen.
100%.
If you don't want to go own an Xbox before the year is up, you're not really a real gamer, man. Like, I don't understand how anybody can see this showcase and say, I don't need an Xbox. And then you got all the idiots out here, right? They all in my mentions. Why would I need an Xbox? I can just get a PC. I don't give a fuck what you got. Anytime you play or buy an Xbox game on any platform, you're feeding the ecosystem that I love. Yeah. So I love it. You know, like, I agree. Halo, Gears, Forza, those franchises and key pillars definitely should not go on PlayStation. But when you see games like I'm sorry. I know Sea of Thieves is for a lot of people. To me, Sea of Thieves has always been fucking mid in my eyes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's me.
As an audience for it, it's just not me. It's just not me.
I'm just a retro.
Send the hate directly to Nero.
Yeah, hey, send it to me.
Even though I agree with him.
I disagree.
It's not for me. But with that being said, it is for a lot of people. And
it is for a lot of people.
The sale charts reflect that. The best-selling game in Europe for the PlayStation and in the USA for the month of May.
Facts.
Fuck it, ponies. It was never about we not having games. It's about y'all not having our games. So you try to deflect that Xbox don't have. You've been wanting our games the whole time. They've been wanting our games.
We know it. We can see it.
Begging for
Halo proof.
For years. Just go buy a fucking Xbox, bro. It's not that deep.
Even PC gamers are like, oh my gosh, Game Pass. Like, you know.
Yeah, dude. Game Pass for PC, I think, is going to be crazy. I think the growth, we're going to hear about it. I think the growth in the next year and a half is going to be insane on the PC side, especially. I think some of these PS4 guys got to wake up and, like, I really hope the knowledge gets out there. People need to know for PS4 that the value for Game Pass. You're talking like in first party alone, thousands of dollars worth of shit. Like, how do you look at that and say, nah, I'm good. I'm just gonna keep spending $70 for
There were
every single one of
people
these titles.
Still going, like I was watching people's chats and stuff because I was watching a whole heap of reactions, and there were people still going at the beginning of the show, still not enough to get me an Xbox. And by the end of it,
They're not really
they
getting
were
this, bro.
like, "All right,
You're not real
Xbox is
gamers,
cooking,"
man.
and I'm like, "Yeah."
They're full of shit. I don't believe them.
Expedition 33 looks better than Final Fantasy 16, and I'd argue all the Final Fantasies ever created.
Expedition looks so
That's just
good,
me.
man.
That's just me. That's just me. Doom,
Facts, Mo. If you
Doom
build it, they
Dark-
will come, he says.
Doom, the Dark Ages, bro. Masterpiece.
Make it
Masterpiece.
break on the
Everything
screen.
shown was amazing. Even when I got to the Sea of Thieves section and I stretched and I yawned and I almost fell asleep for that. Like,
But it was short. You know what I
It was
noticed?
short, you know what I'm
If you
saying?
look at every this is something they did that was smart. If you look at all the DLC, like all I have to do is look at the smaller sections. It's
Mhm.
DLC every time.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like except for
I love that.
age.
I love
Yeah,
that.
that's smart. They
I mean, shit, it's-
they were listening because a lot of us are tired of seeing the DLCs and the updates in these shows. I get it; they're popular. It's fine. It's not for me and Nero, but
Well,
I think they have to show
I
it.
know why they had to show Sea of Thieves because it's just come to PlayStation.
It's the top seller on PlayStation.
Yep,
Yeah, they had to.
There you
they
go,
had
Panda.
To show it.
they were
That's the
showing
only
it no
reason
matter
I
what.
did.
Let's be honest. Yeah.
And now, like I said, now it's been on PlayStation. It better be up for a nomination on Best
Mhm.
Ongoing Game.
Yep.
13 seasons of fucking content. What is wrong with y'all? Yeah, best better be for ongoing. Here's that mecha break for you, brother, Sir X
That
Man.
game looked fucking fire. As soon as I saw it, I was like, "Holy shit! I want to play this," and I don't usually play those games.
Everything shown, man, just so fantastic, and it just made me just feel so happy to be an Xbox owner. And it's just, and it was also a middle finger to all the gloom and doom fake insiders that said that was going to be shown, this, that, and the third. I was told Perfect Dark was in a horrible state. I was told Perfect Dark was on the verge.
Dark looks great.
That's what
I
I was.
thought Perfect Dark was cancelled. I know some people.
That's what I was
cancelled.
told.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Panda, that's what I was told.
Well, they go to the
You know
extremes.
what
You know
I'm
how
saying?
these people
They
are.
said that was going to be canceled, and it was on the verge of just being obliterated from the face of Earth. Right? I was told Halo remake was going to be announced for PlayStation
Mm-hmm.
on the Xbox X3 Summer Showcase. What else was I told, man? I was told a lot of things, man.
Lots of lies, brother.
Yeah, a lot
Lots
of
of
lies,
bullshit.
a lot of bullshit, man. That the community got to stop falling for. I'm tired of.
Well, I tell you, like that's why I was talking. That's what I was saying earlier, Nero. The Gears of War, like E-Day coming out of like nowhere. Like nobody leaked that shit, but you all talked about the Marcus Phoenix collection, Gears 6.
Hey, this right here, on
both
the
of which
screen-
didn't show up.
Hey, this
So-
right here on the screen look better than Rise of Ronin ever could imagine it look.
Do you know
Yeah.
what I spent the whole
Game Pass,
show
another
going?
Game
'Cause
Pass title.
I was in a watch party as well. I usually don't. I usually sit by myself because I'm. quite
I
loud
usually
with
sit by
feet.
myself too.
But I watched the show and I was like looking at so many games going, why wasn't this on the PlayStation State of Play? Why wasn't this there? This would be a game that they would usually have.
Yes.
These are games that would hit that particular market. And I
Completely agree
Xbox
with
has
you.
got it. And that's what it's showing is like we've got the games for everybody. And that's what the showcase was. If you're a gamer, play on Xbox because we have the games you want to play. And they just left it
Mhm.
like that. It was fantastic.
Mash just became a diamond member. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you, Mash.
Shout out
Let's go.
to Mash, man.
Welcome to
Nero
Eight
will give
Downsides,
you
brother.
a ring later. Yeah. No, I'm kidding.
Hey, listen. I might do a little more than that.
Damn, Panda.
Hey,
She put on that panda suit and she's a whole nother person.
hey, I know,
Oh,
right?
shit. She's like a
All
superhero all of a
all
sudden.
because I said Sea of Thieves
Alright.
is fucking mid. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm
no.
sorry. I'm sorry for having a.
I'm out for
speaking the
blood. No, I'm
truth.
kidding.
Sir X-Man with the top $2 says, I signed up for Mech Break beta in August, 60 PL PvP.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
really?
60
I didn't know.
people.
Really? 60 player?
Mm.
Damn, I did not know that, Sir X. Thanks for sharing that knowledge, brother. I honestly, I didn't know there was so many betas and shit going on. I didn't even know that was even you were able to sign up for a beta already on that.
What was that other
That's cool.
mecha game that they showed years ago? It was all like chrome and like it had like the dinosaur. in
Oh,
it.
the one that's not coming out.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That's what I saw. I saw this and was like, oh, this is a better replacement.
What the hell was it called? What was that called?
Remember.
Not Exo Mecha.
No.
What the? Was it Exo Mecha?
I don't.
I don't fucking remember.
I
Yeah.
know exactly what you guys is talking about.
Yeah, the one on the beach. It's super chromey looking. It was like lasers. Kinda like someone to help me out here. Someone's got to know that
Someone
shit.
in the chat, you know what we're talking about.
Yeah, the mech game that didn't actually. I don't think it exists anymore. I don't know. I haven't heard shit about it.
It showed well initially, but this just
Exoprimal. Is it Exoprimal? Is that right? Yeah.
No,
Exomecha. But I can't tell. I don't know which one is right. Either way, it don't fucking exist.
Mecha is what Big Madmal said. Yeah.
I'll go with Big Mad Mo. I think he might be. I think he's
Primal.
right.
I have no idea. Exomecha.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, Joanna Dark.
This
he
game looked interesting though. This one that's up on screen right now.
Oh yes, this is Atom Fall, also coming to Game Pass. Let's go.
I saw this and I was like, "Oh, cricket bat to the face."
Yeah.
I was like, there's a little bit of quirkiness to it, but also some darkness to it. And I was like, I'm keen to know more.
Exoprimal is
game.
Capcom. I knew it. I knew I switched that up. Big Memo. Yeah.
This game right here looked really freaking dope, yo. Adam Hart,
another cool one.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, Adam Fall.
I think Avowed had its best showing to date as well. Like Avowed trailer, the combat looked good. I watched the deep dive later about the game, so I'm more intrigued than ever. But yeah, I feel like it showed
Avowed.
way better this time.
I think people are kind of sleeping on Avowed a little. I think that podcasters are sleeping, I should say, because someone sent me a breakdown of all the trailers. And what hit the most, and Avowed was number 4, and that was a little surprising to me because I've been talking Avowed for forever because I love Obsidian, and it goes to show I think the general audience is also very interested in Avowed if it was the 4th best trailer, most viewed trailer that they had. I mean, you're talking fucking. It's right next to Black Ops. It's right next to fucking Doom. It's next to some heavy hitters.
Avowed looked amazing. Did you guys watch the deep dive?
Yeah, I did. I loved it.
Yeah. Yes. First and third person, I was so excited.
The third person thing, bro. I was like, yes, dude.
I was like, come on, Machine Games.
Yeah.
But
right.
honestly, when you look back at it, because the last time they showed Avowed, it was just wand play with the magic. And this time they showed there is still wand play, but you've got the hand gestures. I love when the book closes and it just sets out that like force field type thing out that hits everyone.
You got dual guns and shit. I don't know, dude. I think it's gonna be fire.
I'm really excited for it. And it's being moved over to UE5. So I guess for me this show was 9.5 out of 10. I couldn't give it a full 10 out of 10. And I'm kind of tackling
fucking
with
bullshit, but that's fine.
Bullshit.
I'm tackling with
if it was Sony, you would have gave it a 10 out of 10.
I'm undercover pony, that's why. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
My issue with the show was like, we do have 6 months left in the year. And we know that there are some games that are due to come out in 2024. Why do we need dates? But then I'm tackling with that going, actually, there's so many games, who fucking cares about the dates? But
that's
that was
kind of how I felt too.
That was my only thing, was like, I was wanting to get a release date for Avowed and a release date for Indiana Jones. And those are the two.
I agree with that. I don't think there's nothing wrong with wanting those release dates, but I do wonder if we're just going to get more content. I mean, why wouldn't you have your release date unless more stuff is going to be shown?
Tokyo Game Show. We've still got what is it? Freaking Gamescom later in the year. There's
Gamescom, which is rumored to be a big Xbox expedition of games. Rumored. Take that with a grain of salt. I'm not putting any stock into that necessarily. But again, a bunch of stuff was missing from this show. But what's nice about it is it's like holy shit. Like Contraband, Towerborn, like all these things were missing. That just shows you how many fucking games there are, bro. That there was like multitudes of games just not there, right? So that should, as an Xbox owner or in the Xbox ecosystem, you should be happy as fucking shit because they got more shows coming for that stuff.
Like, where's I am really
replaced?
Replaced. Give me replaced.
Yeah.
But Stalker 2, man.
Can I speak on that? Yeah, I want to speak on that.
Yes, speak on it, man.
I seen a few people like they got to play the demos out there, and a couple of big YouTubers, and they were saying that Stalker 2 felt rough, and I can already see where this is going, right? So I want to let people know ahead of time. Fuck them. if you're excited for Stalker 2, just like I am, yo, we're in there. We're gonna have a blast. And this game was literally developed while at war over there. You know what I'm saying? Them Ukraine devs
I
and
know.
stuff, they've been
Like,
working
come on,
hard
man.
to still get this
Microsoft
game
helped
out.
them move locations so that they could continue on with
Yes, they did,
development.
Panda.
Yep.
I mean, it's understandable. Like, we may see a
Shout out to you,
PlayStation
Dark.
5 port
Yes.
way down the line, but at this point, that 3-month exclusivity is out the window. It's exclusive indefinitely at this point, based on what Microsoft did to get them back up and running.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me ask you guys a question. After Soccer 2 in this thing, we have the
Just
digital
Sarah
Series
Bond.
X that comes out. Yes. Oh God, I love Sarah. And of course the Gears of War.
It would take the
Um,
Holy Trinity. Never mind.
Okay,
No,
I'm excited about the Galaxy
We're
one.
all
That
simping
green
on
and
Sarah.
black
Yeah.
with that. I was like, I want that Series X. Oh, I could love
Dude, I
it.
kind of do too, but I'm just like the only reason, if I didn't know there was a handheld coming,
Handheld?
and fucking Phil basically just confirmed it in my head, like
Not
after the IGN interview. If I didn't know that was coming, I would be buying these larger hard drive digital Series
Definitely.
X's, but I'm not touching them because I need to save up for the next
next
handheld
gen,
and whatever is their high power device in 2026, which means that's 2 devices coming your way most likely.
I'm
You know
not
what
gonna
saying?
lie. I might not. The way Xbox has been delivering the first party games and the way they run and look on my Series X, this might be
You might
the
wait.
first next console
on the-
generation where I don't jump out the window. Like for the handheld, fuck yeah, no brainer.
Handheld,
But as
I
far
have
as
to
the
have it.
actual console, I say this, but I'm a graphics whore, right? And I'm a technology
He
slut.
said-
So-
he's saying this now, but
I'm saying this
listen,
now.
Neil,
I
remember,
announced
baby.
You're gonna
this-
be like, take my
listen.
money.
there's
Hey
in
Panda, I'm already sold on
2026,
the PS5 remastered. Also, on the
Remember-
PlayStation Pro.
all access, brother. That all access plan will hopefully still be there, so you can get that shit for cheap, and you'll have Game Pass
Look,
in it as well.
The
Oh,
disc drive
green
on my
X
Series X, yeah,
every
it's so sexy.
I want that white one. I'm
The
just saying, I
series,
want that white one.
the disc drive, right, on my Series X does not work. Stop working like not.
No,
so
you already
You
have
got- you got
digital
all-
then.
Yeah, but look, no. See, this is why. This
By
is
default.
why. Hear me out. I'm going to take this clunky ass disc drive Series X. I'm going to go to GameStop whenever they make the 2 terabyte Series X just a common thing, right? And I'm going to go trade that in. I already got a 1 terabyte expansion card, so now I got 3 terabytes, so I can play Call of Duty and GTA and Madden, because those are going to be the only 3 games you're going to be able to have installed come this time next year, man. Between GTA and Call of Duty, this is going to be absolutely brutal out here.
Well, I feel like, Sarah mentioned
Shut
something
up,
about
Reese.
new hardware at the end of the year that we're going to announce earlier in the year, so I do expect we might hear about the handheld at the end of the year. Do you reckon they'll show it at the Keeleys?
That's
I
what I'm
hope not.
thinking.
Don't show nothing.
Or at least,
I mean,
or
it's
at
all
least
about-
like
It's
so
not really
sad.
this year. I
specific,
think something
but
this
it's about
year.
eyes on it, and it's got you got
I
to
agree.
pass that
Yeah.
and get the
I
eyes
do agree
on
with
it.
her.
Yeah.
As much as I hate, like I could say this now that King's gone, because King, he's more like with these guys. I'm not a fan of Keeley. He's locked in, so he plays nice with Keeley and all that stuff. And I think he really truly likes Keeley, but I don't like Keeley anymore. But let me get this super chat out of the way. Sir X-Men with the $2 says, I'm waiting for them to announce Outer Worlds 2. Yeah, brother. I think it's gonna be a minute before we see anything on Outer Worlds 2.
I
I
think
love
it's
that
going to
game.
be the next showcase. I think the next showcase we're
I
going to
think
see.
I don't think they want to take away from Avowed. 'Cause
I agree. I don't think they
it's
want to
the
take
Outer
away from it
Worlds
either.
2 next year.
No, I was saying like for next year's showcase, like next.
Oh
summer.
yeah, I could. Sure.
Xbox showcase. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tease it. I
So,
don't care.
Gritty,
Look,
what's up, brother?
yeah, I don't care if they tease. I'm one of those people who I don't care if they tease something way ahead. Like I don't give a shit. Like tease me. I don't care if it's fucking 5 years from now. I'm okay with that. Some people that bothers them. It does not bother me. I think you should sell the excitement of being in the ecosystem. Always. I think you should do that personally. But some people don't like seeing a game that they're not going to be able to play for 5 years. Me, I don't give a shit. No.
Oh, what was I going to say?
Go ahead, Penda.
Oh my god, I totally lost my train of fucking thought.
Like she gathered her thoughts. I want to go back to some.
No, I've got it. No, I
original
don't.
points. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
You remember now, or you forgot?
I was joking. Go.
Oh, okay.
I love you,
I just
Panda.
want to say that the swinging mechanics and that
Oh, geez, here we go.
game,
I already know what you're gonna say. I can finish the fucking sentence
But
for you. Does it have
finish
to
it,
do with Spider-Man?
yes, the mechanics from the Marvel's Overwatch clone
I knew you were going there.
and looks better. I'm sorry, yo. Listen, guys. I'm sorry. This is where the next year narrow rant come in at. We have to fucking admit that Sony devs is so fucking overrated. From Naughty
True,
Dog
Drake. Very true, Drake.
to the motherfuckers who made Ghost of Tsushima, Sucker Punch. I love all of those devs, but I'm not holding them to this god tier standard that the rest of the world and the industry holds these fuckers. They can only put out a single player goddamn game once every 5 to 6 fucking
Need a
years.
better skin in Marvel's Rivals. Unlock the Spider Cube skin.
That'd be fine. Look, they've been slaving
Oh my
Insomniac.
God.
They've been slaving Insomniac and still hit them with layoffs. But everybody want to talk about Tango. Listen. I'm sorry, Tango. Your games ain't
Facts.
sell. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, it is what
we
it is.
love you, Tango,
We
but
love you,
it is
but,
what
you know,
it
It
is.
is what it is. It's business, bro.
Yeah.
Shit happens. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I
But
mean, I
Yeah.
died when Lionhead Studios closed, so I know how like a beloved studio.
Yeah, you know the pain. You know how real that pain is.
Yeah.
I do want to ask you guys though, like out of and if you can't remember everything that was in this show, there is the list in the topics.
Mhm.
But what I'm curious from you, Nero, and from you, Panda, what surprised you during this show? Like, is there a game that you were like, you kind of thought maybe you understood what it was or what it could be, and maybe it was something that was more elevated when you actually saw the showcase? Was there any moment for that like that for you?
yeah, actually a couple. I definitely say Perfect Dark. Like just seeing that, just seeing
That's a
it,
good one.
I just needed to see it. So I was extremely
I co-sign that.
extremely happy with that. Like I said, Gears of War E-Day. No, fuck that. Before I even get there, South of Midnight has
That's
game
the
of the
one
year
for
potential,
me. Yeah.
right? If GTA 6 get delayed next year, man, it's gonna be a bloodbath for game of the year contenders, man. Only if
Oh
GTA
my
6
God, yeah.
gonna get dropped, right? So,
Yeah.
Diablo 4, that expansion, I
Mm.
think that was very well done. Like Panda said earlier, they always do really,
Best in the
really,
business.
really good cinematics. So I think,
Yep.
let me see. I'm sorry, but Avowed. Every time I see Avowed,
It looks better every time.
and better and better and better. And it got upgraded to the latest version of UE5, 5.3. So I'm super excited about that. And like we said, man, Expedition 33
Yeah.
looks better than any Final Fantasy game that has ever been.
Mhm.
And it will probably
looks
go
so
down and be
good.
better than any Final Fantasy game. That all goes back to my earlier rant. These studios that people hold to these standards like they're so fucking good
Yeah.
fucking suck. I'm sorry, they suck. Remedy has better writers than Naughty Dog. That is a fact. That is
I'm not
fact.
even going to argue that.
Alan
I'm not
Wake
even going to
2
argue that.
got better than Alan Wake 1, and Alan Wake 1 was a fucking masterpiece. Last of Us Part 2 did not get better than Last of Us Part 1. And that was a
I concur with that. Yep.
you know what I mean? Like,
Y'all,
okay,
y'all
cool,
know
the
I
bitch-
talk shit about that game.
motherfucker can
So,
go
yep.
prone. You feel okay, cool. She can lay in the fucking grass. Why fucking lie? You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, cool. I'm fucking with Joe. My back too bad. I'm young and my back is fucked. I'm not crawling all in the ground. I'm like Joe, yo. We gonna do this crouching and stuff. As far as crawling all through the fucking dusty floor, leaving you put all that detail into the game and into the world, but ain't put not one lick of detail into the story, into the writing. I'm tired of that. I feel like these Microsoft first party game developers need to start getting the respect and love that people have been
Yep.
just smothering Sony with. What the fuck do these motherfuckers do? They don't put out games consistently enough. You get what I'm saying? Everybody want to talk about 343. I'm sorry, not everybody can put out a banger single player campaign,
Thank you.
banger multiplayer.
Yep.
Not everybody can do that.
Multiple modes, forge modes. I have to look. I do know we gave 343 a lot of shit when it first came out because they did fuck up. They didn't have enough content out the gate. But I agree with you, Nero. I am tired. Like nobody really puts out outside of Activision and COD. No one puts out when it comes to like that. All those different modes, like and does it all good, all well. Like everything, it was done well for 343 in my opinion. including like when Forge comes out, and that supports the game going forward as it should. So I think I do think 343 gets too much goddamn hate. Well, you got others out here who can't even finish a single player, or who get 6 games canceled for their gas games. They're all fucking gone. You ain't seen any of those things, but where's the outcry for that? At least we got a goddamn game out of 343 and a good one at that. So shout out to them.
The last game I really want to highlight is State of Decay 3, because I was told that listen, that's why I gotta keep telling you motherfuckers. If you fall for the gloom and doom, now if you're a big enough name,
stop stepping in the bullshit.
I'm just gonna mute you because for the future of the podcast, for the future of networking, for the future of you guys, of the fans, everybody that's in the chat right now, everybody that's listening later, for you guys, I'm going to play it cool with these people. But anybody
until they come on the podcast, and when they do, I'm
fucking attack them, yo. I'm
right now.
If you fall for gloom and doom, right? I don't want to hear anything else from you. I'm sorry. Like, if you can sit here and have all these games at your fingertips, you feel what I'm saying? Like, let's just talk about next week, guys. Right? Next Tuesday, Still Awakes the Deep.
Yes, sir.
The very next day, Wednesday, Path of the Gods, Capcom. Next month, Flintlock. You know what I'm saying? In August, I'm pretty sure there's some heat in there that's already been announced that I'm forgetting. September,
I think so.
Stalker. Every single month for the rest of the year, we have so much banger shit. If you're sitting around pretending like you're about to sell your Xbox or you're about to jump off the fucking cliff with idiocracy, buy, leave. I'm going to mute your ass. I'm going to continue playing games and having a great time. Xbox killed it with this showcase, man.
All those people who turned around and were like, I'm going to get a PlayStation. Like, if they don't, I'm like, but you know what's coming? They're like, they're not announcing it and they're doing all these. And I'm like,
yeah, these guys are crazy.
You've hung out for this long and you're not willing to wait a little bit longer because you've already been waiting. But you know what?
You've waited 20 fucking years and you can't wait 3 months? Like, you piece of shit. What's wrong with you?
It's a really cool thing. Someone was talking about this, and I don't know whose show they were on, but they made a really good point, is none of us are going, wait till next year.
Yeah,
none of us is
nobody.
It's over. That conversation's fucking over. It's dead.
But we're like, it's here. There's no wait till next
here.
year. It's fucking now. And that's, I think, a really good point in relation to that. But you called out so many good games, Nero, and I agree. Like,
look how good this looks. Just look at State of Decay. I'm sorry.
Like,
I'm so excited for that.
On a whole new level, this is what happens when you have Microsoft backing you up. I'm sorry, but this is what happens.
And the fact that we're about to fall in love with so many characters that's gonna die.
Well, the animation,
like,
why would you say that, Nero?
Because just look at the trailer. I fell in love with the people in. Look right here, she saved her. I'm like, look at that hero. No,
and then
like,
sorry,
you know what I mean? Like,
not everyone can make it.
The animations, like from what I could tell when I slowed this down, had a look, and we see they cut in gameplay in between the cutscene stuff, and I was like, oh yes, you can see they've spent a lot of time bringing this up to standard, because by the time they bought Undead Labs, it was already so far in development that they couldn't make those significant changes without completely overhauling or maybe changing engine. So the fact that they've started from scratch, from the ground up on UE5 to be able to deliver a brand new state
help
of
from the coalition, help
really
from
important.
Yeah. Just loved it. And that's another thing I love. All these Xbox studios intermingling, helping each other out, working together. Yeah, this atmosphere. And I'm so tired of people. See, next year, Nero, I'm on one tonight. Shut the fuck up, everybody. Stop saying, oh, it was only a little piece of this. It was a little. If it's any gaming company right now that can get away with showing me a little bit of gameplay and me having trust and faith in them, it's fucking Xbox. It's Xbox. Yeah. I'm sorry. Like, from what they showed to Hellblade, the shit got upgraded, not downgraded. It got upgraded from the original trailers. You know what I'm saying? So if it's any studio, if it's any gaming company right now that I got faith in, that I don't need the most deep dive as trailers and shit, it's Xbox. Like, I trust their vision. And I'm sorry, but the deep dives throughout the week confirmed and proved what I'm saying right now. The deep dive for Avowed, them letting us know that you can go from third to that, because that was something I really wanted in the Outer Worlds.
That was nice.
Right? I wanted that in the Outer Worlds, and it was not there. So the fact that they listened to us and put it in Avowed, I'm extremely psyched.
I
You know
thought
what I'm
it was.
saying?
Maybe I haven't played it in a while and I can't remember.
Now,
but-
Outer Worlds was it though? Not
I don't think
I-
so.
There you go.
was.
There you go.
Oh, maybe I'm going crazy.
Now I
Or
feel
maybe
like I'm
I'm just
going
thinking when
crazy.
you did your. Maybe I'm thinking when you used your like super or ultimate. That's when you switched into a
Right?
fifth.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's
That's
probably what
true.
I'm thinking.
Yep.
Pacific Drive. That's a yeah. Someone said I'm waiting for that Pacific Drive. I forgot about Pacific Drive. That's a good one too.
I think
Yeah.
there were lots of things, and Nero's just like spouting off game after game after game after game, and that kind of indicates exactly what the showcase was. It's like it's really hard to have big call outs and things that were I need to attach onto this type moments because there were so
there was too many good ones.
games. Like
Yeah.
what I saw when I watched this and made me think like back in the beginning of the year, you've got 4 games going to PlayStation because obviously wanting to get the games, but it's like a Trojan horse. This is what games you can play on Xbox. If you enjoy it, tune in for our showcase later in the year. And I think they've just completely blown open that, considering PlayStation's state of play, which I wouldn't even call a showcase, lackluster, and then to go straight into this showcase. And you just get the mind share, the needle definitely didn't just move, it fucking jumped, in my opinion.
I agree.
Around that, you could just see even the just freaking news industry and all of that, all of the reporters, they definitely bought into what Xbox is selling for once. And there was a lot of
They did.
opinion, minus a few other people who had some bad takes about they're stepping away from Game Pass. Well, they proved they aren't. But the whole showcase was really good. I loved the way they showed Doom. I'm so glad that they had COD at the beginning, because no matter what, people who weren't really interested in Xbox games, if they showed at the beginning, they knew COD was on Xbox. They knew COD was going to Game Pass. And that was the biggest thing that they really needed to hit home.
I agree.
State of Decay 3 looked fantastic. I am excited for Dragon Age. My only thing I'm a little bit disappointed about is I feel like they're not going to lean enough into the RPG mechanics that made Dragon Age great in the first game.
Right,
the combat's good, but Expedition 33 was I wasn't expecting that, and I think all of us
I wasn't either.
I wasn't
that
either.
just like the way it showed, like I said, the art style, definitely something where I'm like, I am not used to seeing these.
The art is
like
unbelievably good in that game. Let me show that. Let me get to that fucking Expedition.
It was nice to
33.
get
I'm
numbers
so
on
impressed with this.
Fallout 76, like over 17 million people playing that. I was like, well done. Fucking done.
That's crazy. It's just
Also
like
the Starfield DLC. Gotta throw that out. Man.
Nice.
That looked so freaking good, and we got mod support. Stealth dropped overnight.
And you got content today. Like you got content that day, like new content that day.
Yeah,
I was like, we cooking. I think for me, like Metal Gear Solid, I wasn't expecting that. That was another game I specifically was like, why wasn't that shown at the State of Play? That would have been something that made sense to be at the State of Play, right? Because of
it's the
history.
second time. It's the second time that Xbox has shown that only, and I think there might be. I don't know if there's some weird marketing thing going on with that, but it sure as hell feels like it.
Going Xbox money, baby.
Yeah, I mean,
I think Age of Mythology. I when I initially saw it, I
will try that.
Empires.
It looks good.
Yeah.
What else is it? Life
September
is Strange.
4th, baby. Game
fan.
Pass.
I'm a Life is Strange fan, and so I did like this. This did intrigue me. I haven't played the True Colors yet because I don't know, that just didn't intrigue me enough around, because this is like continuing the original story of the character from the original Life is Strange games. Indiana Jones showed really well. I know people like were complaining that they're showing too much in the cutscene. I'm like, doesn't matter. They're trying to show you that this is Indiana Jones to its core, and that's only a small cutscene in comparison to what the whole game is going to look like. It looked good, and I was like, "Fuck yes, give me some indie." Like the guy, like who he's making jokes about.
Oh, that was hilarious! I'm so glad they showed that part. I was like, that was fucking fantastic.
Mixtape looked really good too. That was a looking game.
I think.
I love King, but yeah, mixtape. I'm down for mixtape.
I'm down for mixtape. I was down for all of it. I was like, I don't care. The art style's fire. Like South of Midnight, I was so hyped for South of Midnight when they showed it initially, and I'm more hyped for it now, because I like the look of the traversal.
Yes.
But I guess one of the biggest things that really stood out for me, and I'm going to say this, I'm very sensitive to color, but it was like green, 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 and then one more thing, red for this world premiere. And then you get to see E-Day with the black and red, and then they end it with on Game Pass like with the red instead of showing the Xbox green, and I was like, that was probably my biggest highlight, is I was not expecting a prequel of Gears.
I wasn't either.
That was the biggest thing that hit me the most, was that. And then it was just so nice to go straight into COD and like learn more about COD from that perspective, because you don't see a lot of that deep dive usually about COD, but the mechanics, everything. So COD was quite a surprise. Like, yes, the trailer was at the beginning, but it didn't quite hit home with me until I watched the deep dive bit afterwards, where I was like, okay, I'm feeling COD hype now, more so than I was at the beginning, because I think once I understood the changes and the improvements coming into this game, I was like, oh, this is starting to feel a lot more like a next gen.
Panda, is it safe to say that Xbox saved Call of Duty? I think it did.
I don't think it needed saving, but
no, I think it did. I think it did. I think it did.
I don't think making $1 billion in 10 days means you need saving.
But I honestly, I did a tweet and I was like,
from a fan perspective,
you know how everyone's like, it's going to be shit, it's going to be downgraded. I'm like, it's fucking upgraded. Like, it looks upgraded.
It's fucking Treyarch. It's the longest Call of Duty development cycle we've had, and I can't remember when. It's a 4-year development cycle. We haven't had that.
Makes you understand why they pushed out what game they pushed out last year versus what they're pushing out this year.
I'm excited. I think I like Call of Duty. I love Treyarch. I think it looks fire. They're bringing back round-based zombies, which I absolutely love. They're bringing back Prestige. They got that new the Omni. I can't remember what it was called. Omni movement or something like that. Yeah, Omni movement. Yeah. So I think that's going to help bridge the gap a little bit for people
the AI
who can't cancel, do side cancels on that shit. Yeah, there's so many improvements in my opinion. I don't feel like it's just it's another annual Call of Duty. This one feels a little different to me. It really does.
I feel like they've taken a look at this game and the consideration and the people who play this game and the people who try to play it and jump out based on different skill levels and go, how can we introduce a game that, yes, there are a lot of sweaties in it, but make it easier for anyone to play? And that's where the toggle system comes in around traversal and so on and so forth. And I was like, reducing the amount of button presses for some people might be enough to make them compete. And make it fun for them. And that's the whole thing, is they want to make money. They want to keep it fun. So they have to look at different ways to bring an audience in and not isolate them from those who are hardcore Call of Duty people who play it day in and day out. And that's how you do it.
Definitely.
You got 16 new maps coming day one. Like there's two maps for the zombies mode. These are things that you normally don't get like off the rip. So no. I think this is gonna move the needle. I think a lot of people are actually gonna subscribe to Game Pass for this as well. Greedy Gaming. With exactly, Grady. With the $5 says, and they're bringing back Prestige. I know a lot. I don't really care about Prestige per se, but I almost everyone else that I know that I play COD with, they all care about Prestige. It's a big deal for them to kind of show off how many times they've done it. For me, I like to keep my awesome guns and stick with it, but I'll probably be stupid in Prestige because I can't help myself. But yeah, I mean, they're bringing a lot back to Call of Duty. I think Call of Duty next, when they're going to talk about it some more, is happening on August 28th too. The campaign looks incredible. They're working with Raven. Raven is top tier. So it's like I don't know what's not to like here.
Will be more interesting and heart touching than any Horizon game, including that shit Lego
I'm
game.
I'm gonna finally pick up a COD game day one and play COD.
But she's down.
The only thing that's concerning me is the 300 gigabytes.
Oh my God! Yeah, right.
I'm
Sorry,
like,
Series S
motherfucker.
owners. I guess you're gonna have to upgrade. Holy fuck!
But that
That is
turned out to be false.
incredible.
That turned out to be false.
Oh, is that bullshit?
It's
Okay, I didn't
bullshit.
realize that.
Yeah.
I was like, they need to do that compression, the BC pack, all of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Just try
That-
hard to. I haven't been interested much in Black Ops games, to be honest.
Okay, I'm glad it's been debunked. I did not know that.
So it was a
Appreciate
pain
that.
to know.
Real quick, I want to say,
Yes,
guys, we
I did that.
have 179 people watching on YouTube. Yo, the YouTube crowd showed out tonight.
Let's go.
Our
Let's
most
go.
liked
Putting on there and
video-
100 on fucking Twitter.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, We got 287 people right now.
You love to see it, and you absolutely love to see it. Shout out to everybody listening. We really appreciate y'all. And I want to say right now we're at 138 likes on YouTube. Our highest podcast was last week with the amazing Doodle and the homie C Money, and that was at 142 likes. I just went and checked.
Beat it.
Let's hit
Gotta beat
150
it.
likes tonight, y'all. Before we end
Yeah.
it, before I
Come
sell my soul to Sony and go to the dark side.
I mean, he's streaming
Oh, okay. They're telling me the whole 300 gig thing. Thank you, me and Big
Was it
Babo.
COD?
Big
Was
Babo.
all of it
It's
included?
all. See, I hate that shit.
I hate
I
that
that
shit,
is
yo.
one thing
I
I
hate that
don't
shit.
like that it's like all into one. Like it bothers
You just
me.
have to
But
choose
it's
which one you want to
Activision.
install, right?
Yeah, but the thing
Yeah.
is, even now, like in MW3, like it's in all the menus. It's just like you keep going down the menus, and,
mean-
and the old games are there, and I'm just like, why
What I will
fucking
say
are
is
we doing
when
this?
When I looked at it, and
It's
when you're listening
Activision,
to
bro.
the fact that they can adjust your HUD and you can adjust your HUD, and I love the fact you can put it in the middle and all this other stuff. So all the HUD changes. But I looked at what they were doing. It looked like there might be some improvements to the UI, because that is my
Yeah.
biggest fucking issue with COD. Is the UI is horrific.
I agree. It
Because,
is not easy to
My
navigate.
ADHD is just overwhelm, and I'm like, I need it to be streamlined and focused and easy, and I feel like I've got no control
It's
over
a
what
fucking, it's a
like, all-
mess.
but yeah, it's so bad.
Yep.
I
Unless you
hope-
play it every day, because like people I play with that play all the time, they know where it is. And if
They're
I'm
just
like
used to
controlling the game,
fucking jank.
I'm like, where
That's
the fuck
the-
is it? Where is this thing? And they're like, oh, you just got to scroll down 70 times and then go to the right 6 times. I'm like, holy fuck, no,
And
nope.
you just gotta press this button to get to this menu, because not all the customization is in the same place. And I'm like, why is the customization not all in the same place?
Yeah. I mean, the problem with COD. I mean, Halo. I have to get 3 for 3. I have to give them the props because they do this better. I think, and they
agree.
had there's so many modes and there's so many things you can do in the COD universe that I don't really have I'm complaining about it, but I don't have a good solution because it's just too many goddamn things to play in that game where I don't know where you would put it all, to be perfectly honest with you. But
The Master Chief Collection does a pretty good job. Infinite does a pretty good job. So
Yeah.
they just need to re-look at that. But again, I guess some of it is because it's not just a next-gen version. There may be some stuff that gets grandfathered over into this version. And but yeah, honestly, I was so hyped for this. I enjoyed the Summer Game Fest show for what it was, but this
I didn't enjoy it.
I mean, for
I-
what they showed, like he didn't have anything big. He couldn't really show anything big.
Yeah.
It was better than the PlayStation show.
I mean, the funny thing is like I didn't want to like call out King. Like he came out here and he spoke his piece. I think he said he marked it like a 7.3. But one thing I noticed is everyone at home scores were lower than every single person who went there. Everybody's was lower. Like, because I listened to King in their interview. Well, like, what's your score? What's your score? Everyone was like 7+. Everybody was, and I was like, holy shit! And I watched the people's
you're there,
reactions
right?
to their scores, and people were just like, nah, like really that high? Holy crap!
But he was
I-
there.
You know,
It's different when you're
yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was there. He was there. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Mash is gifting. I think. What is happening over here? Let me see here.
I mean, the Xbox showcase was just fantastic, and then after that, I just kind of jumped in and out of specific games. Like I looked at the Assassin's Creed deep dive video game. I didn't really go in and watch the whole Ubisoft forward. I only pulled out specific games from that.
Yeah. I mean, the
I
Ubisoft thing was like it literally could have been an Star Wars Outlaws direct because it was the first 20 minutes was Star Wars, and I was like, all right, I've seen a lot of this. Listen, Mash, I appreciate you, brother. You're gifting a ton of people memberships, man. I appreciate you, man. It means the world to us.
Jumped in and out of the PC showcase that was on there. That had like a couple of things that maybe I was interested in, but like that was some of these shows I was like, fuck me. Like the lead up for finding the recordings. Like I saw a recording for like 5 hours and I was like, okay, skip like 3 hours of lead up to get to the actual showcase.
Right. Yep.
But I think it was just really interesting to see the community's reaction from every side. PC, super excited. Is it Herman from the Nintendo side? Even he was like trying to downplay it. I was like, yeah, okay, you're salty as fuck. The PlayStation community who were like, yes, this is amazing. And then you had the other people trying to go, was it? And like,
yeah,
you're like, you're fucking loyal to the box if you can't admit that they had a great showcase.
I mean, look, we know the fanboys can say whatever the fuck they want. Keighley's own people marked this Xbox showcase as an A, and the other two, the summer showcase and the PlayStation as D's. So their own fucking people, and they make no mistake. The majority of people following Keighley, those are PlayStation guys. Even they shit on their own stuff. So it is what it is. Like, you got these ponies out here. They are the minority. The majority spoke. The majority said Xbox killed it. PlayStation sucked. Your Summer Game Fest sucked. That's what they voted on. And I have to agree with them. And look, I'm not going to sit here and lie. If the PlayStation show was good, I would have said it. It wasn't good.
Everyone knows at work that I'm an Xbox person. And I had people at work when I wasn't sick, because I was sick earlier in the week. I had people at work messaging me, asking me about some of the games and the showcase and all this other stuff, because they were like, they watched it and it was fantastic. And I'm like, casuals watched it because it was a concise and just non-stop experience. It didn't drag on too long, which is what I loved. It was an hour and 15 minutes, and then we went into the COD showcase, right? I feel like that was beautiful. The way, and I love that King came in and told us about like the way it was set up and how that's how he realized it was Bethesda doing it, because of the popcorn and the water bottle. And I was like, that makes so much sense. Like Xbox had a good showcase last year, but this showcase blew last year's showcase out of the fucking water.
I think it did. I agree. Yeah, I think the production, there was some, like I was saying, like I love that, King, because I said this last week on the Gamers Council show. I said something was fucking different. Something was up. Something was up with the production specifically, because the sounds were punchier. It's like they knew they had to hit on everything. The lighting was different. Everything was different, in my opinion. And then King comes out here and says it's fucking mentioned sound. I was like, yep, there it is. All right, it's not just me who was seeing this difference in the show. Shout out to Tina Meanie and all the production crew who put this show together, because holy fuck, dude, it was amazing.
But can I just point out, what made me laugh was, how last week's show we talked about, was it Hip Hop Gamer or the week before?
I think it was the week before.
We were talking about Hip Hop Gamer because
it was a week before, because we had Ray on, so it was a week before.
We had Ray on, right? Yeah. And so talking about Hip Hop Gamer, and then you see that video that's all over the internet of him calling Phil out and giving him the freaking heavyweight champion belt, and Phil's just giggling because he knew it was. And even when he was on the IGN couch and he's talking about, you could just see that he is so happy that everyone enjoyed the fucking show. And Ryan,
you could see it in his face. Like when we were watching that too in the interview, everyone kept talking about, look at Phil, look at him smile. This motherfucker knows he hit it. He knows he hit it out of the park. You know what I mean?
Hit it out of the park. Like bad PR. What? I was watching IGN's reaction of some of it. I don't know what it is, but Ryan McCaffrey does not look well. He looked quite pasty. And I was like,
Yeah,
"Is
I
he
think
okay?"
that's just my Ryan McCaffrey
Maybe,
there.
maybe he is. Maybe he's just pacing it. I'm like, put some makeup on. But
Yeah.
like, he came out to the whole crowd and was being like, that was the best Xbox showcase ever. And I was like,
Yeah,
yes, it fucking was.
it was.
And it was. But like, I know we're going to talk about it in a moment. So I don't know if we want to transition to that, but like Phil's actual interview with IGN
Yeah.
was very revealing around certain things, and it's brought up a lot of discourse and Sean Layden coming back into the fray and like so many things. I've been like eating popcorn, enjoying what has been transpiring. It's been
Sean Layden talking that smack was not my bingo card. But well, let's get to that. I'm gonna share this tab. Let me know if you guys can hear it once I start playing it, because we know how sometimes the audio.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I had a little important call real quick.
Oh, you're good, brother. You're good.
That's okay. We were holding it down. I was doing what I do best, which is a lot of shit.
Panda was rocking it.
I knew I could always depend on you, Panda.
Yeah. Let me play
a little bit of retry, just a little.
Richard's trying to plug the line. Like, he doesn't
kick his ass right off this motherfucking show. All right. Let me know. Oh, I said the loud part soft and the soft part loud. Shit, my bad. Let me know if you guys can hear this.
To go and run and grow our business.
All right.
But I'll say that we challenge ourselves to do is to try to do
make
new things.
Philly
Like
boy
I think
bigger
if I
here.
go
Let's
back
go.
8 years ago, we said, hey, we're going to go ship all of our games on PC and console. And if you buy one on one, you get it on the other. And I got some like reaction from people of this is the worst decision ever. Like this is going to be the end of Xbox.
Best decision.
And we announced Game Pass and we started doing Game Pass. And I know some people looked at that and said, oh, you're going to teach people that games are free. And you're going to undermine the value in games. And what I can say sitting here today from our decisions on cloud, on Game Pass, on console, like right now, we have more Xbox console users than we've ever had in the history of Xbox.
I think they're going to shift a lot of last gen to next gen.
And even when I look
just
at
as a
things
showcase.
like
I
the
agree.
impact of Game Pass, because I watched that and I love Game Pass, like how it showed up in the show today, I think was fantastic. But we also want people to be able to buy games. So I go back and I look and I say, okay, over the last 5 years, what's happened to third-party game sales on our platform? We're up double digits every year over the last 5 years on game sales on Xbox consoles. So when I look at it, I will just, doing a $70 billion acquisition will push us to try to do more. It'll push us on cloud. It'll push us to go find customers in new places, continue to think about access to amazing games, enabling creators to do great work. But I actually think for the team, that's just a self-motivation that the team has, and it's fun to be a part of.
Black Ops 6 Day 1 Game Pass.
Black Ops
pretty
6,
sweet,
dude.
right? Like,
There you go.
I said I wouldn't do that.
yeah, most people in this room have probably
Yes, sir,
been used
Phil.
to spending $60, $70 on it every year. Now, if they're already subscribing to Game Pass,
And
good to go.
But it's a choice. Like we didn't say to anybody, you have to subscribe to play. If you want to buy Black Ops, it's great. It's great for us. It's great for the developer. If you want to subscribe, it's also great. Like I want to give you the choice on how you play your games and who you play with, and not try to do slimy platform.
What a
things
hero.
to force you to do what I want you to do. Give the players choice.
What a
on
guy.
what
I
they
feel like
want
there's so
do
much
and
to
who they
that.
play
There's the
with.
COD piece,
So,
and then there's what happened with Helldivers 2.
I just love. I mean, we were watching this live. I was like, holy shit, he just fucking took a jab at PlayStation, dude. Like,
Yeah.
your
Yeah,
slimy ecosystem.
but it's like, what happened? We've been talking about this Helldivers 2 shit at the beginning of the year. Slimy fucking shit around
Yeah.
people who bought the game on Steam now don't have access, had to get a refund, but PSN isn't available everywhere. And if you want to get a PSN account, you might have to buy a console. And I'm like, that's some fucking bullshit, in
Yeah, it's
my
slimy, dude.
opinion. And then you've got the COD stuff on it. Yes, Microsoft did that initially, but that wasn't under Phil. This is Phil, and he doesn't want to do that.
Mm.
They want everyone to have the same experience with this, and they want people to play together on this game and not have to be forced into playing it on a console that they don't want to play on, because there's no option when you're playing on another console to switch out button prompts to go, I prefer the Xbox layout. So because that's where my memory is. If I want to go play on a PlayStation, can I switch the button prompt so my brain sees the Xbox stuff and knows to press that on that controller? There's none of that. And so, honestly, thank you, Phil. And Sean Layden, the salt was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You're
man.
Salty ass, crybaby ass dev. It's the reason why he's the ex CEO.
He's a pony through and through. And he worked for Tencent and he's complaining about
That's
shit like,
I know. How can you working for Tencent say fucking anything about anyone else like being slimy or calling you out for being slimy? I'm like, I don't think you can do that, brother. You're working for Tencent over here. Ah, shit. Let me play another section. I kind of did some highlights here of some things that Phil said.
Like, we talk about all these huge changes to not just
I'll
the
be
industry,
right
but
back.
again, specifically your business, the Xbox business over the last 5 or so years. What is today, like, as we sit here now, what's the thesis statement? What's the modus operandi for Xbox today, and how has it changed over the last 5 years?
Yeah, and I see some of the feedback that our messaging from some people that maybe our messaging hasn't been consistent. And I always hear the feedback and I take it. Like, feedback is great. I will say from early on, we would say when everybody plays, we all win. Like, how do we get in a
Just
place
look at
where
Phil. Just
everybody
such a
can play
great
video
leader.
games?
Like, just
And
everything
we've
about this
made
guy.
different progress on PC. Now, like, PC is a
Might
huge
take my
business for
pants
us. We
off.
love that we have so many PC players, more than we've ever had. Our console's doing so well. But I think if you sit back and you try to frame this industry through the lens of the tradition of who sold a console today, and that's the only solution to making gaming better, I think, Xbox is doing something different than that. We love our consoles, we love our PC players, but really it's about creators and players and amazing games coming to them.
It has, admittedly, for all of us, creators, players, it has been a weird generation because it started weird. And
Oh, Philly boy, putting down the business. Go ahead, Panda.
I was just going to say, I know Ray put in the chat, like, I would have made them play on Xbox. Well, they're going to play on Xbox. We know that PS PlayStation Portal crap is crap, and they're going to get a handheld Xbox if they don't want a full-on console. Game Pass is coming no matter where you are. And so they're going to be playing on Xbox no matter what. They're going to be playing on Xbox when they're playing COD anyway, because they fucking own it.
That's why I say, like, that's why I like to say, like, it's not console, it's not PC, it's Xbox ecosystem. It's fucking everywhere now, and it's going to continue to spread out to like other TVs. They'll eventually get them on all the LGs and everything. We know they had the deal with Samsung, but mobile, like we know they're trying to get hard into mobile. Pause. But yeah, things are definitely happening. What's up, Live Supremacies? What's up, Aim Down Sights, Game Pass Daily, Richie, Red Dead Panda, and Gaming Next Gen Nero. Appreciate you for coming out, brother. See you all the time, everywhere live. It's such a fucking good time. I just can't get over the flip floppers. I'm sorry. It's such a good time to be an Xbox fan. I'm like, it's crazy to me that you would leave. Like, god damn, stupid. Anyway,
how many left
idiots.
Hey, you know what it is? I mean, according to Phil, they're successful as fuck. So I don't think that many people left. It's just the loud idiots on the internet who left. And
I mean,
fine.
there was one curse that left many, many moons ago, and now apparently another curse has left. So
yeah, I heard about the secondary curse, and I'm okay with that. The secondary guy, yeah, you guys, I never wanted him back in the first place. I didn't like him. He talked so much shit about Xbox back in the day. But some of y'all know who I'm talking about. But anyways, let's play another little clip here that was pretty good. This was talking about like Game Pass success.
Kind of how does that metric for success, like how does Game Pass influence the success of the business?
The thing I look at every morning is how many people played on our platforms and how long did they play. If they played through the subscription or they paid buying their games or they're playing a free-to-play game, I honestly, that's not the most important thing. Game Pass, I love it. I think it's the thing I really love about Game Pass, let me think, in our show today, a game like Mixtape.
There you go, Phil.
Like Mixtape is a game that we can go, Nathan, Val, and I can have a conversation and say, with a team that's been in Game Pass before, when you think about the studio behind, they had great success. Now we're going to do a second game, or like Winterboro, another like just awesome game that we can go invest in. And Game Pass gives us an ability. You can go invest in Call of Duties and Diablos all day, and we love that. But you also get to invest in new things that come out. And we just think that's a really important part of the equation. So we don't have like one now. Game Pass is up double digits. Like
that's what I was just reading.
Like I said, PC is growing really well.
I had to go
Cloud's
find
growing
it.
really
Someone's
well.
like, I agree.
Yeah.
But if somebody decides they want to buy their games and build their library,
He's not wrong.
Like
He's not wrong.
no, we need to turn everybody into this or that. We just want people to play.
I want to talk about Fallout.
Yeah, listen.
What a legend.
Yeah.
It's not our fault.
Trust me.
Phil did an interview with IGN.
It's not
Facts,
our
Reese.
fault.
Fuck IGN.
We did this a week ago too, and I was talking to Dave. I'm like, I fucking hate that I have to because I don't mess with IGN. I don't see any of their stuff. The only stuff I see is because y'all send it to me. Fark you.
Mhm.
I don't mess with them. Like I stand on business when I fucking say like I'm not going to listen to their shit. I'm not clicking on their shit. I actually mean it. Some of y'all don't and send me all their shit. So some of y'all need to suck on your own medicine. But anyway, Game Pass is successful. I don't know how many times Phil has to say it, but he just said it again. We saw it with Starfield. They said that was their biggest jump for Game Pass subs. And I think we're going to see those sorts of jumps happen more often because now we have a cadence of games that are huge that are going to hit. So I think you're going to see more jumps like that. You'll see a jump, obviously, with Call of Duty. You might see little jumps when you get games like South of Midnight. I think you'll see a big jump when you get Fable, shit like that. When those things hit and they come out, I think Game Pass is just going to keep on growing. Now, where it grows, I don't know. Does it grow more in the console market? I don't know. Does it grow more probably in the PC for sure? But time will tell. Yeah, I'm not talking. Listen, like Tim Dog is Tim Dog, right? We had him on our show on the other show that I do the one tomorrow. We had him on there while he was literally kind of like breaking in real time live. But at the same time, I didn't want to talk shit about Tim Dog tonight because King respects him. King, like you said, has broke bread with the guy. So this is why I like King, and this is why a long time ago I said I don't think some of y'all understand what hold the line actually fucking means. Sometimes it means sticking up for your bros, even when they're doing and saying stupid shit, right? Yeah. So if tomorrow,
I do and say stupid shit all day.
If Nero says stupid, I was actually gonna exactly. when Nero says something very fucking stupid tomorrow, and the entire community, Xbox community, comes after him, you know what I'm not gonna fucking do? I'm not kicking him off the show. I'm not gonna disown him. I'm not gonna pretend like Nero isn't my guy. I'm not gonna fucking make memes about him on the internet. Right, like some people are doing. Like I just think that's kind of a bitch move.
That is some bitch cowardly shit.
That's some bitch cowardly shit. That's just me.
I just cut you off and pretend like you don't exist before I cut you off and get in on the hate train against you and shit like that. That's some cowardly behavior.
That's some cowardly shit, dude.
And it becomes and the shames, right? All this cowardly, girly ass behavior be coming from grown ass men. That'd be the most embarrassing and telling things, right?
Yeah.
But then when I say something like that, so Nero hate old people, Nero hate older gamers. You think they should never exist?
Which is what happened when I put out a tweet, like a tweet that was supposed to be a positive tweet about Nero joining me on Game Pass Daily, making content for y'all to enjoy. Here comes the fucking haters. Here comes the haters out saying I don't like Nero. I'm not gonna support you, Retri, because XYZ. And it was funny because people came out to me and said, "Oh, Nero didn't even have to say shit because Retri came out and was like, nope." I started beating my chest. I was like, "Fuck these guys." I said to Morty, "Bye, Felicia. See ya. Get the fuck out of here. No one wants you." And I said the same thing to the other guy. Who then DM'd me and then invited me on his fucking show that same night. So fuck those guys.
Shit,
I'm good with that shit. You'll never see him again on this show or the other show.
Sons of bitches, we're coming for all y'all spot.
I will. Yeah, some of these guys just don't understand how we are.
Some of you guys fucking podcast sucks. I say it. Fucking boring as fuck, man. It's like watching fucking paint dry. Fucking
they're doing
sligs,
this
no
thing
chemistry.
and they're enjoying doing it.
Hey, that's
and
all that
we're
matters.
Doing our thing,
sure.
and we're fucking killing it.
Hey, Ray. Ray, listen, bro. I did not do anything but be myself, brother. Like, look, I don't go.
He really didn't do anything.
I swear to God, I didn't do
This
anything.
time,
I just don't take no shit,
This
man.
time.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I
this
know.
time.
For once, Nero
For
didn't
once in my
actually
life.
do anything. That's the
Exactly.
thing. So I was like, "Where's this energy coming from?" But look, let's get past that. It is what it is. We're just here to say that some people are fake as shit. Some of us are real. You know, that's just how it is.
I'm so real. I wore my red panda onesie for
Yeah, Panda.
Exactly. She put the
Panda
onesie.
literally
That's not
changed
love,
while we were
like,
alive.
you know.
She's like, "Let me go get my onesie."
I was
Yeah.
like, I forgot. I said I was going to wear this for the
You
show.
did say that. You did say that.
So I went and
Promises
put
were
it on.
made. Promises were made. I don't want to keep this podcast too much longer, but I do want to play this next part because it has me so fucking excited. I don't know about you guys, but yep, this feels like a guaranteed.
Did you know Mash
guaranteed
gifted 10 memberships to
Yeah.
the channel? Did it? Okay.
Yeah.
Because I know I had stepped away for a phone call. So
Yeah, I think
thank
it
you,
might have been
Mash.
going
Thank you,
off.
brother.
Yeah, I think it might have been going off when you were stepping away. Yeah, Mash is
Okay,
fucking fantastic, man.
Absolute
I
legend.
definitely thank you, brother. Kevin Jones, what's going on?
Yeah.
Absolutely, Mash. Absolutely. Thank you for subscribing, my friend. Let's listen
That's
to
why he's
this.
here. Unique personality, opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Shout out my brother Yobi, man. Yeah, definitely, man. Everybody that got an opinion about me, man. And what be so funny is I'm literally the most accessible person in the gaming community, man. I'm always in gaming parties or in gaming discords. Like, it's literally
Yep.
no problem. Just have a conversation like, man, you know, and most of the people that don't like me because somebody
They don't know
like
you.
don't like me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it's because they don't know you, brother.
yeah, that
I-
too. That definitely too.
Like you wouldn't be here if I didn't think you were a stand-up guy. Period.
But the funny thing about
know?
that clown that reached out to you, we're 9 episodes in. Why are you just now pointing out like, hey, you might want to be careful about narrow? Do you not know our
Yep.
podcast has been here for 6-7 weeks now, sir? But
The annoying
Yeah.
thing was for me was that the person who made an initial comment is someone that I know, that I am friends with, that couldn't have a conversation with me direct,
Privately.
and also didn't fucking trust my judgment and the people that I choose to podcast with. And that's what
Yep.
hurt the most. And then some other people piled on. I was like, go fuck yourselves.
Yeah.
Sorry. That's how I felt. I was like, does no one trust me? Like, I am not a horrible person. I'm a good judge of character.
Right.
Not put
Which
up
is
with shit
exactly
if I
what
don't
I
need
said
put
to
up with shit.
Which is exactly what I said to him, Panda. I said, yeah, I guess you don't know us because you don't trust our judgment to make a right decision on
Hurt
who we
me.
would
I
have
was
on this
like,
panel.
Oh, thanks.
Falcon. Yeah.
Thanks. That was what was painful. I was like, cool.
Yeah, I mean it is what it is. We look, we're building a great community here, guys. And if you don't know,
Definitely.
join us in our Discord, community game nights. We are building a great community of people who actually play games together. Like, and if you don't want to, if you're a little shy and you don't want to play games, that's fine. Go in there and talk some shit with us. Have fun. That's what the Discord is there for you guys to express yourselves. And there's anime sections, there's WWE sections, there's all kinds of different things in the Discord for you guys to get involved in. But we are building a really great community, in my opinion, a very loving and open community.
A beautiful community, man.
A
It's
beautiful
just-
community.
yeah.
What's Big Mad Mo going? I don't believe you, Panda and Retry. What don't you believe? What?
Why did you say that?
Why
Big
would
Mad
you
Mo?
do that to me?
Yeah. Who's also in our Discord.
Yeah.
I'll DM you later, Mo.
I highlighted that because of the word bogan. Because if you don't know what bogan is, then it's like redneck, but for like Australia.
Oh, I did. I did.
The
I had no
bogan
clue
is
what
like
that was.
as a redneck, but in Australia.
Okay, I'm writing that down.
That's
I'm
why I
gonna use that in the
highlighted
future.
the word bogan because I was like, I'll get
Yeah.
this. I will get
Oh.
it.
Retry will
Nice.
drop that link for the
I-
Discord in the chat again.
Yeah. Yes, I will. Let's.
And I also
let's-
want to say, hey, listen, everyone,
Okay.
happy Father's Day, man.
Yes.
Happy Father's
Happy
Day
Father's
to everyone,
Day.
all the fathers out there. I hope y'all enjoy y'all pair of socks and boxers because
It's so true. It's so true.
maybe
Poor dads.
some of you guys could look up and get some Coronas, a couple
Interesting.
brewskis,
Father's Day in your neck of the woods. Father's Day isn't until September where I am.
Oh,
crazy.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
weird,
All right.
right?
I was
Panda,
gonna ask
one
you
last
when that
time, where
was.
the fuck are you? Like, what?
Middle Earth? Shout out to Eve Gallitson. He says I just got into the Aura History Untold Tech Alpha again. He says,
Nice.
very cool, brother.
It's a onesie, Justice T. It's a onesie. It's even got a tail. Like I'm
It's
sitting.
oh my god, it does have a tail. Holy Christ! Oh my
I
god,
can love it. I'm such a small child. I love it.
I love you, Panda. I love this is I love that she was brave enough to be like, yeah, I'll wear a fucking onesie live. I don't get no shit's given. I love it. That's what I'm here for. Yeah.
I just wish she was
Discord,
brave
guys,
enough
if
to
you
be
wanna-
honest about the Xbox Showcase being 11 out of 10.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
okay,
okay.
for the hype, definitely 100% 10 out of 10. But the only thing that when I was watching those trailers,
She wanted those dates. She wanted those
the
dates.
I
date.
respect
I
that,
wanted
yeah.
to go. What
I do
dates
respect
can I
that.
fucking book or call in sick? That's
Shout
what I
out to
want.
my wife. What's up, Justice? My wife's in the chat. Everyone say hello. Hello, love. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Onesie.
Hello.
She wants
And this
to
is
tuck you
officially the
in.
Episode of Aim Down Sights. Everyone pat yourselves on the back. Chat,
Yes, sir.
everyone.
All
It's
right,
all
let's get to this last piece because I paused on Phil and he looks like a goof right now. Anyway, so let's
Love
play
you,
this.
Phil.
Love you, Phil. You're the best CEO ever.
Can't hurry.
Speed it up,
Yeah,
Todd.
we're waiting here, pal. There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about that I thought we actually might hear something about from you. I mean, you had a great show. I'm not
Thank you.
complaining, but I thought, well, there's something that's been rumored, that's been talked about. We talked about it on the pre-show. There was a big reaction from our audience here, and that is an Xbox handheld.
Yeah.
So
We'll be
Let's
playing.
go.
you're a
I'll
guy.
be playing League of Horizon.
You have the gamer score to prove it. Like you walk the walk. You are not a guy that runs the business and never touches a game. You actually pretty much do nothing but play video games, and I mean that as a compliment.
I do work sometimes, but yeah.
But really, seriously, like
I love that. I don't do anything but play video games. It's kind of true.
You've been building the business around this mantra of go where the players are. Whether it's on PC, whether it's through
So
the
we should
cloud.
have a handheld.
I think so.
I think we should have a handheld.
Do you want to
too.
say anything?
No, I don't want to say.
I love how he's like-
You have to have Sarah on.
Yeah,
Sarah Bond,
ask
our
Sarah.
president of Xbox, which
Yep.
is awesome. But like the future for us in hardware is pretty awesome, and the work that the team is doing.
Yes, sir.
Around different
The
form
structure,
factors,
though.
different
Look at
ways
that
to play.
confidence he
I'm incredibly
stores
excited
into the
about it.
fans.
Today was about the games.
Yeah.
We showed some of our Gen 9 console, Series S, Series X, the work that we're doing. But we will have a time to come out and talk more about platform, and we can't wait to bring him to you
Well,
guys.
all right, I'm not going to let you off the hook quite.
Okay.
One more
I tried.
So hypothetically,
Hypothetically.
if Microsoft did an Xbox gaming
love how he asked
handheld,
this.
Yes,
PC
me too.
device, would it be a Steam Deck like dedicated piece of hardware that I can play offline, or would it be something I would
Or
need
that
a
other piece of
Wi-Fi
trash.
connection to stream things from?
No, I think what I'm finding, I'll do it this way. So I like my ROG Ally, my ROG Ally is my Lenovo Legion Go, fantastic. My Steam Deck. I think being able to play games locally is really important.
You can
There it is.
read between the lines on that, as you will. All right, we're gonna take a.
As in
very
the crowd,
brief-
yo,
but
that
we're
was
not-
perfect timing right there.
Mm,
That
yeah.
was perfect timing. With
Thank
this
you for the
Scribe dance. That was
Yeah.
awesome.
There you go. I mean, I don't know what y'all heard, but I just heard, yep, handhelds for real.
Confirmation.
Like that is
Sure.
fucking happening, bro.
Love to see
He just,
it.
I mean, it just means that everyone's more excited and are just waiting for them to announce. So you're going to show up each time they're announcing stuff to see what they announce, right?
Yeah.
It's just building that hype.
100%.
It's such a
See it.
beautiful time to be a gamer, man.
Yeah.
Obi says, Game Pass Sally, what pissed me off from that showcase, the main discourse, was what Phil, yeah, absolutely. What Phil said about more games going over to other platforms, bruh. Did y'all not watch the damn showcase? And that's why I didn't play this shit tonight, because I don't fucking care. Because Game Pass, like,
I mean-
we're eating over here good, and everyone wants to concentrate and fucking write all their articles about other games going to PlayStation while they just had the best fucking showcase probably in their history, ever, and that's what we want to concentrate on. How about we stop? How about McCaffrey? You don't like I have to do it because my journalistic integrity. How about you don't ask about the layoffs? How about you do that at a different date? Today was not the day to do that, in my opinion. I'm sorry. I worked with journalists for 19 fucking years. There's a time and a place. This wasn't it. So, a lot of people were like, well, I don't know, Retri. I think, it was okay for Ryan to ask that. No, it wasn't.
He
No, it
wanted
wasn't.
that. Do you know why he wanted it? Because, what was it? Who was the one who did the interview with Sarah Bond? Which company?
Jesus.
I forgot. I know exactly who you're talking about.
It was the girl interviewing her.
Yeah. And
I
it was another. So that they just want their time in the light, asking the questions themselves. So I feel like that's why it came out. I agree. There's a time and a place, and this wasn't it. But who the fuck cares about more games going over to other platforms when we look at everything on Xbox going to PC? We know this. Doom.
Multi-plat.
They showed you with Doom. That is going
Bloomberg.
to
It was Bloomberg.
5.
Thank you, RSJ. I was going to drive me nuts.
Bloomberg, but I didn't want to say it because I don't like being wrong. Just admitting that. But Doom, that was them showing more games coming to more platforms. So it's not going to be the whole slate or every game. It's going to be on a case-by-case basis. And he said it earlier, what makes sense and how do they not impact the brand? And I think they have just put a whole lot of fucking steroids into the Xbox brand with the showcase. And they're going to be riding high for a little while off this. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to switch up because I can't.
Yeah, I can't look at
I can't look at sorry to our audience who had to bear witness to IGN content here. I hope it never happens again. But no promises. I can't control who they,
Yeah, let's get some hashtag fuck IGNs in the chat to even out all the.
Now that King is gone, we can do that.
Right. Shout out King.
Feel better about ourselves by doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta cleanse.
What was your highlight, Richard? I know you did a show with your Games Council, and we haven't really heard a lot from you. And you've heard from Nero and I, but for the people who maybe didn't watch Gamers Council, what was your thoughts on everything that went down? Very quickly.
Yeah, I'll try to go over this quick. Obviously, I love the way the show started. Starting off with Black Ops 6, going right into Doom and State of Decay 3. I already knew this show was better than anything else I had seen so far, including, State of Play and Summer Games Fest. That already, I was like, okay, we're here. But I think, the surprising stuff for me, which I think for a lot of people, definitely for third-party, Expedition 33, just looked fantastic, and just knowing it's coming to Game Pass next year has got me really fucking excited for that title. I thought it was one of the best showings out of this entire show. South of Midnight was is this team going to be able to kind of push their way out of their indiness, I guess, is for lack of a better word, into success, into a different stratosphere, into AAA. And honestly, a ton of people, I agree with this. South of Midnight was like, holy shit, this looks great. Outside of the bullshit about frame rates and all that people are like, oh, this is going to make me sick. Shut the fuck up. Anyways, moving on. You had games like Metal Gear Solid, which I just heard no one talking about. And I think that's because the show was that fucking good. When Metal Gear and Dragon's Age, and nobody's talking about those games because everything else was so good. I think the show kind of speaks for itself. Flintlock, something I've been looking forward to for a long time. Been watching Flintlock for years.
Even that was overshadowed by everything else as well. Because I was excited for Flintlock, but everything else even overshadowed Flintlock.
I agree. I do. I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Perfect Dark coming out, showing that they're not in trouble. So we know that rumor was bullshit.
That game fucking looked lit.
Perfect Dark looks really good. And of course, Diablo, Vessel of Hatred, like we said, nobody does cinematics, in my opinion, better than these guys outside of Activision, all under the same roof. So it is what it is. Fragpunk. Oh, it looks so good. I cannot wait to play that 5 versus 5. And I can't wait for Fragpunk to absolutely fucking crush Concord. Because the first showing I saw Concord, I said that game's fucking dead. That studio also might be in trouble. Mixtape I thought looked really cool. Definitely my type of game. I really like the nostalgia type of music that's in that, and I like what the studio did previous to that. And I mean,
Pretty much
Indiana
Drake
Indiana
makes a
Jones.
great point that Assassin's Creed was also overshadowed.
Absolutely, that's what I'm saying.
That
Like,
game was there.
I honestly, I think a lot of these big third party titles got overshadowed by Xbox first party titles, and you know, I think Expedition 33 kind of stomped on the neck of everything. And
Sorry, I was talking
with,
about Indiana Jones.
yeah, I got to mention Indiana Jones. I just watched all the movies again because I'm getting ready for this game to come out. To go back on Avowed, though, there is a rumor that Avowed is coming out in November 12th. I think they fucked up, accidentally leaked it, which is exactly where we said it was going to be. Said Avowed was probably going to be in November, so I'm not surprised to see it land there at all. Atomfall looked pretty cool. Of course, Avowed, like, definitely that's probably... It's so hard to pick a number one. That might be my number one game I'm looking forward to the most. But then Gears, man. Like, Gears just... I'm not even a gear head, but I do like Gears, but it was the surprise of, I'm like, well, what the fuck is this? Like, not knowing. And because in my head, I'm like, can all these insiders get all of this wrong? Turns out, yes, they can. They got it all wrong. No Gears 6, no collection. And
I didn't pick up on him being so much younger than he was.
No, I did. I did,
Oh,
but
you
that's
did?
what could. Right away I picked up. I knew who it was. I knew he was younger, but I thought, my first thought was, I actually thought it might have been the trilogy, and I said, man, they fucked with him and made him younger. And then I kept watching. I'm like, wait a second, this is not the trilogy. And then I was a little bit slower on that one.
The dog
so-
bit, the music.
Dude, the music and just going back to what have we? Almost every Gears fan has said this. What did they want? They wanted the horror back. They wanted the old school dude bro shooter back, and that's what this is. Like, this was not something I expected. I'm so fucking happy that they're going back to the Gears, the original Gears trilogy, the ones I like.
We're here for it.
Absolutely, yeah. They say Fragpunk looks fun. Insiders wrong again. Yeah, you know, it is what it is, man. They got it wrong. Maybe we should sit back and let Xbox tell us what's actually going to happen.
Exactly.
Appreciate you, Spencer. Appreciate you for the sub, man. But
brother, welcome.
You should change your name to Phil Spencer, by the way.
You really should.
Sorry.
I saw, Richard
Right.
Spencer. I know that's you, Phil. Wink, wink.
What up,
Thanks
Phil?
for watching, brother.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. He's like, they were just saying so many nice things about me. I should at least sub. Shit. But the ABK thing too, like I love COD, so I'm looking forward to Black Ops 6. I'm a big zombie fan, so we will be streaming that. That'll definitely be coming out on this channel for sure, guys. There was a lot of COD players in our community, so us getting ABK was a big fucking deal for someone like me
I'm
to save money. Go ahead.
To seeing the new class and how that runs in Diablo, because we get to see it in July.
Yep.
Spirit something.
Yes, it was. What the fuck? Spiritborn. Spiritborn.
Maybe.
I wrote Spiritborn down, but I don't know if I got that right.
I think
That's
you're
right. That's right.
Yeah.
July 18th, I think, is when we get to see it. Well, it'll be the 19th for me because of my time zone difference. But yeah, I think that's when they're going to be showing us more on that.
I can't
take
wait.
Spencer for sure. I can't either, dude. Like,
And we eat good for the rest of the year.
we are eating so good, guys. Oh, damn. And that handheld's going to be shown hopefully sometime. I do think it will be shown, or maybe not shown, or at least like confirm it exists this year, I think.
Well, Sarah Bond made a comment about it. The hardware announcement at the end of the year. There's going to be a hardware announcement at the end of the year. And I think
she did say that. Yep.
Yeah.
She did say that. Yeah. So shout out to Sarah. She's gonna be like, she's the Phil Spencer now. So she's gonna be the new one, talking about that stuff as she should. That's her job. Looking forward to seeing the Queen once again. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, that's all I got, guys. I'm just happy to be here. and happy
Definitely.
that this fucking show
I'm just happy
absolutely killed
that
it.
we held the line and we stuck it with the Xbox. I bleed
Mhm.
green. Like
Yes.
I've never really been interested in anything outside of like PC, Nintendo, and Xbox. Like there are some games that sort of interest me on PlayStation, but it's never been enough to pull me over. And if we get that handheld and it puts like the PS PlayStation Store on there, I'll be like,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I'll dip my toes in a little
Mhm.
bit. I'm not getting a
Oh, yeah.
Pro. I'm never getting a Pro. I will get a PS6 before I get a Pro.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
respect that.
Yep. Just remember, I had a lot of people come at me about that handheld when I said
Mhm.
Steam and other stores were going to be on that shit. And
Mhm.
literally 24 hours later, after I said that shit and got a ton of crap, including shout out to Paris. He disagreed with me. Came on the podcast just to tell me he disagreed with me. 20, not even 12. I was like 12 hours later. Phil came out and was talking about putting those other stores on the fucking handheld. I was like, there you go, there you
Yeah.
go. Remember, some of these people told you
Mhm.
that Call of Duty was not fucking coming to Game Pass. What did I do? I made a video telling you all those people who said that shit were wrong, and that was definitely not going to happen. So sometimes you got to watch out with these insiders, man.
I mean, why would
Subscribe to
it
Game
not-
Pass Daily if you want to get legit, logical fucking answers and stuff that just makes sense.
And to not only subscribe to
Definitely.
Game Pass Daily, but also subscribe to Game Pass Ultimate monthly.
Mhm.
yes,
The more the
absolutely.
merrier.
Woo!
Yes. Yeah. Thank you,
Definitely.
Spartan. I appreciate you, brother. But that's all I got. You guys got anything you want to add on to Phil or the showcase or just anything in general?
No,
Thank you, Mr. Vasquez. Let's go.
I do. Hey, Vasquez. Thank you.
Let's go.
Now I do want to say, everybody, make sure y'all stay tuned to the channel outside of just the podcast. Retri got a great impressions up for Hypercharge. I just reviewed.
Oh, we love that game.
Alan Wake 2 DLC. Going to be reviewing. Still Wakes the Deep next week. Probably definitely gonna be checking out Path of the Goddess. Yeah, so make sure you come to the channel. You know, you say fuck IGN, come here, man. If it's a game coming out you want us to try to review or get on early, you know, that's what the community Discord is for, man. Let us know, send some
Yes.
recommendations. You know, if stuff drops in Game Pass that you loved that somebody else didn't get to play and you want somebody to, you know, bring some light to it. Hey, that's what we're here for, man. So
Yeah.
absolutely. And IMAX, fuck you. Josh Allen literally owns the fucking Dolphins. Like, you got some fucking nerve.
Oh no.
You got some damn nerve coming in here talking about Bills.
IMAX.
Like, listen, Josh Allen is your father, okay? Your dad.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. Just had to clear that up.
Wait till people mod that freaking like shield into Starfield. From
Oh
Doom.
yeah.
please,
Oh, hell
please,
yeah.
modders,
Nah,
do
shout out to
that.
Let's
IMAX,
go.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think the whole show as a whole was fantastic, and I'm glad that we had
Absolutely.
King on the beginning of the show
Yep.
to discuss this. I love doing this podcast with you both each and every
Aw,
week.
we love
And
it too, Panda.
I think there's only
Definitely.
one game I forgot to mention, which was the Wu-Chan Fallen Feathers. I
Oh,
was not
yeah.
expecting that.
That's
That's cool.
another Game Pass one that's coming. A lot of people were talking about like, why isn't nobody talking about that game? It kind of just got overshadowed, but another good-looking game in my opinion.
Good looking game. And I mean,
Yeah.
Nero, you called it out when you saw them pull that
Mhm.
thing out. It was like the bone and like all of that. But
Mhm.
like there was just so much, and I think this is what E3 used to feel like before
Bingo.
COVID, and this is
Yep.
what everyone was like wanting that back, and we got it, and thank goodness. And I'm so grateful, Bethesda, you fucking took the reins on the show.
Hell yeah, they
You made
did.
it what it was.
Definitely.
I
Demo
believe that
time!
100%. Yeah. What's up, Demo? What's
Shout
up,
out
brother?
Demo,
Says-
man. He said he's feeling a
Yeah.
little sick. Shout out
Aw,
to
sorry
him.
about
Gotta
that.
get you
Feel
back on
better,
the show
brother.
again, mate.
Yeah, Demo definitely coming back on the. Yeah, Demo can hang with us anytime. He says, "Thank you for keeping this boring ass Saturday night entertaining, Hearts." Appreciate you, Demo. Absolutely, brother. Yeah, and Nero, what about you, brother? You got anything else to add before we say goodbye?
Nah, that
everybody?
was pretty much it, guys. Just, you know, support the videos outside of the pod as well. We're trying to become
Yeah.
the one-stop shop for, you know, gaming and reviews, impressions. You know, NGN over IGN, Game Pass Daily over
Mhm.
Bullshit Daily. You know, with them guys. So, yeah, man. I just want to say shout out to the community, man. Back-to-back weeks, you guys. Well, really, 14 back-to-back weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
every week you guys have came out, supported us, man. Showed the utmost love, the utmost support, man. Shout out to King David being able to come through, Shout out to everybody that come through the chat. Shout out to Retri, the one and only Panda.
Hit that like button.
Shout out to me for all the graphics you see on scene, the little Fallout guy, the aim down
Shout out
sights
to Nero
logo,
taking
the
everyone
background.
else's credit.
Shout out for fucking doing the tech difficulties at the beginning of the show and like taking.
That's
the credit.
true.
Like,
Definitely.
You would not have King. You wouldn't have had King here if it wasn't for
me.
Panda. Yeah. Well, sure. Yeah, sure. And Nero.
Sarah's trying to take it away.
Thank you, Panda.
Always gotta
Yeah,
try to
yeah.
sneak some in there, you know.
Shout out to everyone tonight.
Our
We had a lot of people.
Chat.
Yeah, our members, like we're still new with this, guys, and we've got a decent amount of members right off the rip. So shout out to you guys. Obviously, you can become a member for as little as $2 a month. That just shows your support for us, or you just showing up here. That also shows your support, and we definitely appreciate that.
Use the most recent comment because it's really important. Shout out to the #1 Taylor Swift fan, Nero.
Never.
He's a
I hate
Swiftie.
that.
He's a
Listen, I hate
Swiftie.
Yeah, he's a Swiftie.
I hate her.
Oh,
Listen, that's why
shit.
I don't hate the Dolphins half as much as I hate the Chiefs. Like I can't stand them. Like no.
I just want to say also shout out to everyone who did a super chat. Really appreciate it. Yobi with the $20 at the beginning. I nearly
Yeah,
dropped
Yobi,
the
that's
floor
crazy.
Going, what? Srex man, like everyone, our chat's amazing. Our community's amazing. If you're not joining the Discord, please join the Discord. And yeah, we'll be back here next week. There will be a week coming up in July that I won't be here for the show because it's going to be my birthday.
Yeah.
So I will. Yeah, it's the weekend of like the 11th, I think. I won't be
Okay.
here for that weekend.
Alrighty. You will be missed.
You will be
Yeah,
missed, Panda.
yeah.
Yeah.
I will
Thank you,
be.
Fire Q.
I will be bottomless brunching that weekend.
Yeah. We got to
It's
feed
gonna
the
be
panda.
great. Yeah, gotta
Yeah,
feed
we
the
can't-
panda.
Can't keep her
Getting
too long.
hangry.
She'll get hangry with me. Yeah, that
Yeah.
might be a thing. I might have to say at the end of the show, if we go too long, we will start getting some chats out there. Go feed the panda, feed the panda. You guys are talking too much. Yeah, but thank you
I'm
guys.
too hot right now. I've gone red in the face.
I don't know how if
Feed
I was
the
where I would have
panda.
passed the fuck out if I was where it is like
Oh,
100
yeah.
degrees
Yeah.
over here.
It is
You're
very
in
South
hot.
summer. It's
Kakalaki.
winter
Like,
here, but it's
blazing.
actually very
That-
mild today.
Oh,
So,
that's true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I would not be
Shout
wearing
out
this
shout out
all the
to everyone who was here tonight. I think we had over 280 people between Twitter
Oh, yeah.
and X, or X, I should say, and YouTube. So thank you guys so much for coming out, and we'll see you on the next
Thank you,
episode of
everyone.
the Aim Down Sights podcast. Later, guys.
Love, peace, life, I believe.